Brooksby now takes advantage of a slip from Pete. Brooksby towards the edge of the area, cuts in field, takes a shot from distance. Wayne Brooksby with the left boot hits the bottom right hand corner, and the former Ferriby man comes back to haunt the side that he once played for.
Well, good afternoon and welcome here to the Lorna Windows Stadium here in Torquay. It's been a long trip down, it's been plane, trains and automobiles, but we've made it here to what is known as Plainmoor. And here on the English Riviera, Guiseley are looking to get back to winning ways and perhaps taking home 3 points to send the many supporters who've made the trip down here for an overnight stop here by the coast. Very happy indeed. I'm Colin Robertson, alongside me is Chris Bell. We'll be bringing you full match action here from Torquay United versus Guiseley AFC here on Guiseley Radio, Guiseley AFC Radio. Don't forget you can tweet us today if you've got any comments about the game. We're at Guiseley Radio. We'll be certainly well receiving of your comments about today's game, but we'll be here for full match commentary. Stick with us.
Brooksby now on the edge of the 18-yard box, comes charging in, plays the ball across the face of goal. Put into the back of the net, and it's Adam Boys who has scored Guiseley's third. Lions are in dreamland this evening.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome here to the broadcast from Plainmoor. Guiseley AFC taking on Torquay United. It's a sort of fixture in a league game that you could only have dreamt of a few years ago, but it's actually happening this afternoon. Torquay United have had some difficult times recently, struggling with a couple of defeats, and we are hopeful that we will get a result here this afternoon against what will be a side looking for a answer to the defeats that they've had in the last couple of games.
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, quite right. Torquay back-to-back defeats for them, of course, last Saturday. A 3-0 home defeat against Cheltenham, in which Cheltenham were down to 10 men after just 8 minutes. So to lose 3-0 at home to 10 men did not go down well in these parts. And then that was followed up on Monday by what I can only gather was an improved performance. They were 3-0 down at one point against Eastleigh, came back to 3-2, but a defeat all the same. So, as I say, it's back-to-back defeats for Paul Cox's men, so they'll be looking to put that right, and they will look at this game, as we talked in the car on the way down, they will look at this as what should be on paper for them, a winnable game. Yeah,
there's certainly talk of that. There's certainly the sense in the Torquay United camp that they should be getting results against teams like us, like Guiseley, like little old Guiseley. This is a game they'll be certainly thinking, we've got to get back to winning ways, we've got to get the 3 points. But likewise for us, surely Mark Bowers looked at last week's fixtures and thought, this is a team that's on its downers. We should be coming here and perhaps pressing and getting at least a point, possibly all 3.
Perhaps that's the case. I mean, you look at the table, Torquay lying in 17th, I think guys think we're 14th. There's only a point between them. It's not been an outstanding season from Torquay's point of view. We're frankly delighted that we're not in the bottom 4. No, we've started well. This is a game that, as I say, those back-to-back defeats, whilst Torquay will be looking to get back to winning ways, and say Mark Bauer will be looking at this and thinking, well, hang on, they're on a bad run of form here. If we press them, if we play the game that we're capable of doing so, put the pressure on at home, try and panic them a bit almost and make them crumble in front of their home fans, that could be there for guys to take advantage of. But at this stage, it's a big if.
It was a good result on Monday night after a disappointing couple of home performances, defeats at Gateshead and at home to Aldershot in the previous 2 games, led us to go to Chester. We got a hard-earned 1-1 draw. Chris Bell, you spoke to Mark Bauer after the game, and here's what he had to say.
The Guiseley's 1-1 draw away at Chester. Mark, a point, a draw, and it ends the back-to-back defeats. Can you sum up the performance and the result for me?
I thought we were very good. You're coming away from home against a side that have started well. Big club at this level. I thought we dealt with what they had to throw at us. I can't remember them having a chance or Drench having a save. And then when we got the ball on the occasions that we did, used it quite well and created the 2 best chances. Should have had a penalty ourselves in the first half. And then another absolutely ridiculous decision goes against us. And we're chasing the game, the penalty out. How when we've seen some of the handballs not given against us this season, and then you see that given as a handball, you've got to ask questions, what is going on? and there's just a massive sense of injustice in the dressing room. We've drawn the game and come back. Really pleased with the character of the lads to come back, but the lads are absolutely fuming in the dressing room with the way that we've been treated and the decisions that are going against us. There's been that many now that you just wonder what on earth is going on. Bitterly disappointed with what's going against us, but immensely proud of the players for the way they kept going, and really in the end we had the chances to win it as well. So a lot of good signs. Looking back on the Gateshead game at the weekend, we've controlled that game for large periods, created chances. We've done well in games. So to have come away today and come away with nothing from a decision like that would have been absolutely, I don't know how to pick the lads up from it, to be honest. So to get that point at the end, it's pleasing, and it just gives, like you say, breaks that little 2-game sequence and gets us going in the right direction again.
Let's talk about the positives for a minute. How pleased are you with the fact that we did come back? Because having been in 2 games where we've been unable to come back from behind, how pleasing is it to do that at a place with quite a hostile crowd? But we've come back and got something from it.
Yeah, it's away from home 1-0 down, it's always going to be difficult, but the lads kept playing, and even before we scored we had chances, and after we scored we had chances. So that's pleasing. The character of the players, they could have really let their heads drop after the last 2 results, that feeling that all the world's against you, but they kept going, and it was the least that we deserved to get that equaliser at the end, and really we probably deserved to win it.
To talk about the not so positives, the referee. I think we ended up with 3 or 4 bookings aside, a penalty obviously that was given against us, penalties that weren't given. Turns out this was the referee's 2nd game this season, and his first one, it's given 4 yellows and 2 reds. At times, to me, and I want to take your take on this, how did it seem like the referee was kind of make it all about him?
I mean, the 2 main decisions that I'm concerned about is a foul on Will Hartfield that should have been given as a penalty to us, to be fair to the referee, the linesman's given the penalty to Chester. It's just not good enough, and we're on the wrong end of it game after game.
What was yours and the lads' take on the penalty?
It's never ever a penalty. We were all down at Welling where the lads almost slam dunked the ball to stop it being crossed into the box, and that's not given. But you're told that if your arms are in an unnatural position and it's a penalty, but the ball's on a skiddy surface, it's bounced up. Zach's trying to clear it. His arms are where they would be when he's trying to clear it. If that's a penalty, then I'd just like to have seen what would have happened if that had happened at the other end.
From the perspective of what you set up and went out with formation-wise and line-up-wise, Liam Dickinson getting his first start of the season.
Yeah, he showed a good attitude when he's come on and caused a few problems, and obviously we've not scored too many goals so far, so we just felt we'd try that, and Dicko's probably short of match fitness, he'll be the first to admit it, so we thought we'd get a good hour out of him. Put himself about well. And cause them a few problems. So it's obviously good to get lads back involved that have not played much so far. Ben Parker obviously been another one. Thought testament to him that the way he's worked in pre-season and kept himself, got his fitness back. That he's tackling their quickest player in the 93rd minute to prevent him getting a crossing. So pleased to have the 2 back in to start games, and obviously we've got a good squad, and that gives us the ability to be able to chop and change. And last season I think on a couple of occasions we didn't change the side on the bank holiday games from Saturday to Monday, and I thought it caught up with us on the Monday. I thought today being able to freshen it up a bit certainly helped, and contributed to us looking the stronger team at the finish, and probably the team that could have nicked it.
And going forward, we've got the slightly lengthy trip all the way down to Torquay on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a new one for us as a club, but we'll obviously go down there on Friday and prepare properly, and we should go there with confidence. I know only 1 point from the 2 games this weekend, but the performances against 2 established conference full-time sides, we can take a lot of heart from that, and look forward to going down there. And if we play the way we have done over the 2 games, then there's no reason why we won't finally get that win again. And hopefully, they say the decisions, the bad luck turns, so we're going to get a lot of good decisions over the next few weeks, it would seem.
In terms of obviously going to places like Torquay, we went to Welling on the opening day. How different is it in terms of all these overnight trips and going down the day before? How's that affect the players and yourselves as
I think it's something that, a majority of the players that we've got have played full-time professional football, and it's part and parcel of that. So it's for most of the players, it's not unusual and something that you just take for granted and use it for its best, really. Prepare properly, get a good night's sleep, have a sleep in the morning, or get up and have a walk, whatever you want to do. And often it's better preparation than a home game where the lads are maybe driving themselves hour or so to get to the ground. So no, it's good. It gets the lads together. Long bus journey. There's always a bit of fun on the bus, and hopefully on the way back it can be a buoyant one when we've gone down there and got a result.
And it's going to be what we expect will be a great trip for the fans as well. That of course are doing an overnight the night before as well.
Yeah, brilliant. That's one of the benefits from stepping up to this level. I hope the fans really enjoy it. We'll obviously be treating it seriously. We're going down there to do a job. Best way to enjoy it, that I'm sure everyone would say, it'd be to go down there and get 3 points. So that's going to be the target, and we're doing our best to get that.
That's Mark Bauer there, who was speaking to Chris Bell after the game against Chester. A good result then on Monday night, and a good performance by all accounts. Chris, I wasn't there, but you were. Yeah,
it was a hard-fought performance. It was, to use the cliches, it was a battle. It was a dogged performance. They did what they had to do. They got a good point out of it, to be fair. It was nice that after falling behind in controversial circumstances, the heads didn't drop. They picked the heads up, they got on with it, and frankly, for the last 20 minutes or so, they were the better side by some distance. And I think that was, having seen what the Chester fans have thought as online as well, they seem to have the same opinion. The Chester fans put it down as a Chester off day. I think Guiseley really did play well. We were significantly better, or more, just about a bit more tougher. You know what I mean? We've them two home defeats with the 4-4-2. It's been a little bit easy to break through. With this, the change in formation that we're going to see again today, I think, it puts that bit of solidity in place in the midfield.
Well, let's just look down that formation, that lineup first of all. One change from Monday. Nicky Boschel drops to the bench, and in the lineup we have Stephen Drench, Ryan Tilson, Ben Parker, Danny Lowe, Jake Lawler, Wayne Brooksby, Adam Boyes, Will Hatfield, Liam Dickinson, Zach Thompson, and Robert Atkinson. So Rob Atkinson, Adam Lockwood on the bench again. Steve Dickinson travels down as reserve goalkeeper today. Danny Boschel, Tom Craddock, and Nicky Boschel. In that lineup, of course, Will Hatfield, who's had a good start, solid start to this season. He spoke to Chris after the game against Chester.
Chris Bell with Will Hatfield after Guiseley's 1-1 draw at Chester. Will, can you start by trying to sum up the performance and the result for me?
Yeah, it was a tough game. It's always going to be tough. We knew that. Chester are a good outfit, but we applied ourselves well. And as the game went on, I felt we got a lot better, and we were pushing for the win at the end. And I think if we did get the win, we'd have deserved it in the end. So.
What was your overall take on the referee's performance? Because it's fair to say there was a few contentious decisions, both with bookings and, of course, with penalties not given and given against us.
Yeah, like I say every week, but he's got a tough job, and especially today with the zippy surface, it was quite quick tempo throughout the game. So to keep up with the game, it would have been hard for him. But yeah, again, just some decisions, penalty, and a few others offsides have not gone our way, but. I don't know, it's tough to take, but you've got to take on the chin. It's football, and the referee's there to make this decision, and unfortunately it's gone against us again. But maybe next week or week after we'll get decisions what do I go away, and hopefully it'll equal itself out throughout the season.
What was your view and the lad's view of the penalty that was given?
Yeah, we're all disappointed. It's like, obviously it's a zippy surface, it's wet on there, so the ball zipped up onto Zach, and he's like swung his foot, but he's miskicked it and he's just hit his hand. He didn't deliberately put his hand out. He just miskicked it and it bounced up onto his hand. So, like I said again, sometimes they go for us, sometimes they don't, and obviously it didn't, and they scored the penalty. So, but the lads kept their heads up and kept going and got the equaliser, and we should have gone on and got the victory really.
After 2 games where we've gone behind and struggled to come back from it, how important was it, and how pleased with you? With the performance are you that you've been able to come back today?
No, definitely. We've got to take the way we finished into Saturday. we really stepped up our game once we went behind, and we need to start doing that because we are going to go behind in games. It's what happens in football, and when it does happen, we've got to keep positive, keep our heads up, and keep going. And I think we did that today, so it was pleasing.
And after back-to-back defeats, important to get a point on the board.
Definitely important. It's not nice to go on a losing streak, so we've ended that, and hopefully now we can go on to Saturday and get all 3 points and get back on to winning ways.
You've mentioned it. Saturday away at Torquay.
Yeah.
Quite the lengthy trip. How prepared are you and the lads for a trip like this? Because it's something that Guiseley aren't used to.
It's going to be. It's a long trip. I've been there a few times myself with a few teams, and it is a long way. But I'm sure we'll prepare right. We'll have a couple of training sessions. We'll get the lads going again, and we'll have an enjoyable journey down there. And we look forward to it really, and continue the second half performance onto Saturday. So can't wait.
And hopefully come back with a positive result and some points in the bag.
Yeah, I'd definitely make the journey a lot better, wouldn't it?
He's not kidding, is he? It would certainly make the journey a lot better to come back with the 3 points in the bag, but can't take anything at all for granted, can we, in this competition, especially with the quality of the sides that we'll face this afternoon. But Will Hatfield certainly has settled into this Guiseley side very well, playing at right back or in that central midfield role. He's impressed, hasn't he, in the starting games of this season, and he's a player with the experience and is used to, as he said in your interview there, Chris, to playing to preparing for these long trips and playing at venues such as Plainmoor here.
Yeah, absolutely. He was in the Accrington squad of the year before last that would have come down to Torquay when they were still in the league. So, he's used to making these kind of trips. I think, as we said, some of this squad probably aren't so. The likes of Steve Drent, for example. As for Hatfield, as you say, he's settled in superbly well. For me, he's still better in the centre of the park than he is at right back. He's more creative. The way that him and Zach Thompson on Monday especially were linking up in this new formation, the 4-2-3-1, was superb. You could see they can read each other's games so well. And between them, they're a very creative pair. He was instrumental. He was really unfortunate not to get his name on the score sheet because he had that all-round performance on Monday. And hopefully we'll get something out of him here again as well.
Well, Captain Ben Parker, he's made a good return to the squad as well. And he spoke to Chris as well after the game against Chester on Monday.
I'm joined by Ben Parker, the Guiseley captain, after Guiseley's 1-1 draw at Chester. Ben, can you start for me by trying some of the performance and the result from the lads?
I think coming back off the defeat on Saturday, I thought we looked more solid today. I thought all over the pitch we were solid, more compact, worked hard for each other. I thought we could have been better in possession, especially first half. Some sloppy passes going astray, we weren't quick enough, the tempo wasn't right. But coming second half, I thought we were a lot better. Got in some good positions, and that penalty, I just can't get my head around it, to be honest. Even their boys were saying it wasn't a penalty, so they were baffled just as much as we were. But I think we're going to get them decisions coming up against us. We've had 2 or 3 now, and it seems to be nearly won a game, and we just got to put up with it, I'm afraid. And the reactions the lads showed were fantastic. Didn't get his heads down where previous games, like the order shots and Gates said when we've gone a goal down, we seemed to crumble. But today we had a good positive reaction, and I thought the equaliser just rewards for his performance, really.
You touched on the penalty that went against us. Of course, we could have had a penalty for the foul on Will Hatfield, and we had a goal ruled out for offside as well. Did it at times seem like we were just never going to get back at that, get the equaliser?
I thought we were always going to get back into the game because, like I said, the second half especially, I thought its quality on the ball were a lot better. We were getting in good areas, the tempo was passing was a lot better in the first half as well. So I always thought we'd get back into it, but it's just disheartening. It's just baffling, really, some of the decisions today. And even like I said, the Will Hatfield penalty first half. I think one of their lads said he did push him as well, so that could have been one goal for us. But like I say, I think we've just got to stick together because I think there's going to be more decisions like that not going to go our way, going to go against us. But like I say, if we perform and keep a shape how we did today, I thought we were fantastic. So it's something to build on to go into the next game away at Torquay. But plenty of positives today.
How important was it to not let the heads drop and to get back into it off the back of those 2 home defeats?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot's been made about us not caving in as such, but just being sloppy, like start of the second half on Saturday, allowing a sloppy goal in for them to go 2 up, effectively killing the game. Obviously, Alder shot again to get the early goal as well. We spoke about the half-time, spoke about starting well, and I thought we did that. We were on the front foot. I felt the 3 lads in midfield again did well like they did on Saturday, got us on the front foot, and his quality were a lot better. I thought we could have easily won it towards, like, especially the last 10 minutes, more like a basketball game into it, and it wasn't much good for my lungs or legs. But no, it was an enjoyable game to watch, and I think on another given day we could have took all 3. But like I said, after 2 defeats, to get a point coming away here, might look back on it in a few months' time. I think it's a decent point, that.
And for you personally, your first full 90 minutes.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm all right now. Ask me tomorrow morning, might be a different question. But no, it was great to get back out there amongst the lads. It's obviously been a frustrating start to the season for me personally. I've worked hard since about May time, since I could start putting a bit more weight through it. I had to thank Martin Stringfellow quite a lot, to be honest, because he's been getting over me at the gym with him day in, day out from May onwards, really, working hard on my fitness to get me in a position like I am today. So, like I say, it has been frustrating. I've wanted to get back in straight from Welling, but I could understand Mark and Boscher's position with that, and probably taking a step back is probably the right call, looking from a bit of hindsight. So, but I've looked after myself really well. We organised that game last Tuesday for the lads who haven't played, and that's done me a world of good. And I've just had to be patient and wait for my chance. And like Sam, I'm just delighted to get back involved, because it's been a long 6-7 months.
And how pleased are you to be able to, put on the captain's armband of the club at this level of football, the highest it's ever been?
Yeah, it's like I say, it's a major honour, captain of this club. Like I say, at this level for the first time. But there's some great leaders in that change room, like Lockie's worn the armband for the first few games. You've got your likes of Lowy at the back there, who's been captain at Halifax. Tully's great vocal man on the pitch as well, and you look throughout the team, we've got some good leaders, and if we all stick together like we did do today, I thought we dug in at times, and like I said, we kept a shape really well. We're hard to play against, and we know his quality can be better in first half, but second half we were good. So if we keep like that, we'll pick up more good positive results than not.
And going forward, a long trip down south to Torquay.
Yeah, I don't know if I need my passport or not for that one. It's that long, but no, again we go there full of confidence. We know we'll be on the underdogs. No one expects nothing from us going down there. But like I say, it's a long trip. But we'll prepare right. We'll be staying over on Friday night. We're doing all the right things come Saturday, so we've got no excuses. So come 3 o'clock Saturday, we've got all the preparation done, and it's up to us to perform.
Well, that was Ben Parker there speaking to Chris Bell after the game against Chester on Monday afternoon. Not sure if he needed to bring his passport down for the game, and having a bit of a joke there.
It certainly feels like it, to be fair, the amount of travelling we've done.
It's a lovely part of the world, but it is certainly a long way away, and we've got to get used to it. And we've got another trip, haven't we, later on in the season, later on this month.
I was going to say 2 weeks away, we're at Dover, so that's another long trip south, and then of course Eastleigh in April, Braintree after Dover. We're in the big leagues now, and we're going to have to get used to this, aren't we? And Ben might need his passport a bit more often.
Of course, another group that will need their passports, so to speak, are the supporters who've put in a tremendous effort, a tremendous shift to organise a Torquay weekender this weekend, and they've come down in their number. They're going to be in the terraces away to our right as we're at this grand stadium here in Torquay. And Chris, you've been catching up with a couple of them, and you spoke earlier on with the infamous John and Adam Bridson. Well, once we get the technical workings correct, we're just lacking a little bit of the operation here on that particular one. We'll give it one more try, and then we'll see if we can get the words of John and Adam coming through.
I'm joined by Adam and John Bridson. First things first, lads, how was the journey down to Torquay?
And we'll just bear with us just for a minute.
Complete amateurs to make.
Here we go.
Yeah, it was okay. Good trip down. We had a couple of half-hour stops. Yeah, pretty good, really.
Long way to come, but hopefully we'll get the points, so it'll be a fine enough journey for us.
How long did it take you in total?
About 8 hours, including the stops.
8 if you include the stops,
Yeah.
so yeah, 7 travelling time.
So what time did you set off and get here then?
9 o'clock.
We left home at 7:45, didn't we? And we
Oh,
got
you mean,
here-
yeah, sorry.
got to the hotel at 5 o'clock last night, so.
And of course, the supporters coach, I think there was about 30 of you that made the long trip down. Good night last night. What did everybody get up to?
Yeah, it was. Some went out into Torquay, some stayed in Barbican, which is where the hotel is. We went and watched the rugby, me and my dad, so it was good. Even though Leeds Rhinos lost, but we're not bothered, are we?
Yeah, it wasn't a great performance.
No.
But they have qualified, haven't they? For semi-finals. So.
Anybody here from Si Winkle last night and just how drunk he was?
No, apparently he went home at
No.
11 o'clock, did
Yeah.
Mr. Wintle, but he'd have too many on coach, apparently. So.
How bad was it?
He wasn't that bad when we left him, but apparently he went home early. Must have been tired. I think he might have had orders from his wife.
Yeah.
Heads.
So, looking ahead then to the game, what are you hoping for? Of course, it's a long way to come to
A long
lose.
way to come. 3 points, but I'd take a point.
Yeah, I'd take a point from most of our away games this year. A point on the road is a point gain, so definitely take a point.
Something just to make that long journey back that little bit better.
Yeah, 1-0 late winner do as well.
Off the back of a draw in his last game, of course, at Chester, what do you expect from the lads? It was a decent performance at Chester.
Yeah, we played well second half. I thought when Adam Boys and Danny Boschel came on the game, really went in our favour. So hopefully today, maybe if them two are starting, then it can go the same way. A point would be definitely a good point though.
Are we going to see goals, or are we going to be tight and
I hope
keep
so.
it tight?
We're creating the chances, start putting them in. I think if we get one early doors, it'll settle them down, and then maybe get another, another one, maybe another one. Who knows?
Finally, then, score prediction for the game. What are you expecting, John?
I'll go for win 2-1, if not 1-1 draw. I don't know either.
Yeah, I was going to go for a 2-1
Either.
win, but it could be 1-0. I think I'll settle for 2-1. Adam Boys to score, maybe Tom Craddock to get his first.
Well, there we go. Adam Bridson and John Bridson, father and son, having a quick chat to us before the game there with Chris, speaking to them ahead of this afternoon's game here at Plainmoor, the Lorna Windows Stadium, I should say, and the crowd are beginning to gather here in this ground, and the Lions won't be the biggest draw, I'm sure, for most of these clubs. Not yet, anyway, until they see the brand of football that we can play. Who knows? But it's going to be a decent turnout this afternoon, I'm sure. It's a wonderful setting and condition for football. We have got terraces opposite us. We're sat in the main stand here. Terrace opposite to us, covered standing to array to our right, which is where the Guiseley fans have been segregated, and seats away to our left, including the very plush executive seats just behind the goal there, where the various Guiseley bigwigs are sat there. I say Stuart. And they're all just ready and waiting for this game to get underway, because we're just waiting for the players to come out. We're just about there, ready for kick-off and ready for getting this game started. So, Chris, just give us a couple of final thoughts.
Well, where do you start? I think, as everybody said, as John and Adam said and as we said on the way down, and everyone that's related to Guiseley, we'd take a point, wouldn't we? Away from home and somewhere like this, a point would be something good to take back to Yorkshire.
So welcome here to Torquay, the English Riviera. Beautiful Torquay, place where you can come to and see palm trees. It's not too often that you get to go to a Guiseley away game and there are palm trees growing quite happily. It's a wonderful town, great holiday destination, and somewhere to enjoy. But there can't be too much enjoyment, though, for the Lions this afternoon. They have to come here. They've got a job to do, and they need to go back with 3 points and continue this fine start to the season that we have had. The Lions just shaking hands with the opposition at the moment and the referee. So let's just go down the two sides. First of all, for Torquay United, Fabian Spies, James Hurst, Daniel Butler, Angus MacDonald, Exodus Geohagan, Louis Briscoe, Josh Carmichael, Alex Fisher, Nathan Smith, Malaki Lavelle-Moore, Simon Heslop on the bench, Bayan Fennick, Tyrone Marsh, Shepherd Murrumbedzi, Joe Quigley and Jamie Richards. For the Lions, it's Stephen Drench, Ryan Toulson, Ben Parker, Danny Lowe, Jake Lawler, Wayne Brooksby, Adam Boys, Will Hatfield, Liam Dickinson, Zach Thompson and Rob Atkinson on the bench. Steve Dickinson, Adam Lockwood, Danny Boschel, Tom Craddock and Nicky Boschel. So here we are. Referee today, John Busby, assisted by Simon Wales and Mark Greenwood. Just about ready for the coin toss. Just talk us through that Guiseley lineup once again. What can we expect to see in terms of formation? The 4-2-3-1 obviously returning on Monday. Is it like again the same today, Chris?
That certainly seems to be the case, yes. The 4-2-3-1. Steve Drench, back four of Ryan Toulson and Ben Parker in the full-backs. Danny Lowe, Rob Atkinson, centre-half. Your two centre-mids of Jake Lawler and Will Hatfield. Then Brooksby on the right, in the central attacking role, more than likely Zach Thompson. On the left, in for Nicky Boschel, looks likely it'll be Adam Boyes. It does look like we're going to go for the 4-2-3-1 rather than playing Boyes up top with Dickinson. But then Dickinson, who had a really good game, a really impressive hour against Chester on Monday, he'll be leading the line and looking to, win the headers, but he's going to have his work cut out against somebody, the 6'7" giant that is Exodus Geohagan.
Well, the referee has gone through the pre-match preparations. Torquay will kick off, shooting from left to right as we watch here from the main stand in all yellow. Guiseley, much to some controversy, are playing in the home kit, white shirts, navy blue shorts and socks. I know a few of you were tweeting to say, can we have it in the blue third kit? This could be the perfect one. Guiseley just about ready to defend the Torquay United kickoff. Referee blows his whistle, and away we go. The ball into the Lions half. Jake Lawler has to take an early touch to send it back to Stephen Drench, who then hits touch. And it's out for a throw-in. Don't forget, if you have any comments today, we'll gratefully receive them via our Twitter, at Guiseley Radio. Flick on now as Torquay press from Lavelle Moore. But it goes back to Stephen Drench. And the Lions have a chance to hoof the ball forward. Scoreboard away to our right. Just noticed it's got our old badge on. We have to update that with the various clubs. The ball's just gone out now into the Torquay half. It's been flicked out, and Guiseley have a throw, which Ryan Toulson, perhaps the first man and most unexpected one to be a long ball specialist, long throw specialist, will take. It's about level with the 18-yard box on the right-hand side. In there is Wayne Brooksby and Liam Dickinson. Geohagan, surprisingly, wins the header. It goes up in the air, and Adam Boyes was underneath it, looking to capitalise, but in the end it's picked up by goalkeeper Spies, and he sends it long upfield over the head of Danny Lowe and into the feet of Stephen Drench. Thought actually we'd see Parker at centre-half, but Danny Lowe seems to be in that position from the off this afternoon.
Yeah, it's the same as it was on Monday. Having somebody like Danny Lowe against Rob Atkinson does give you the benefit of pace, because Lowe is he's not as for a 31-year-old, he's quicker than you'd expect, and that helps with somebody like Rob Atkinson alongside.
For a 31-year-old, how very dare you? It's a mere whippersnapper. The ball's just been knocked out into touch, and Guiseley will have a throw on the halfway line. Head back here to Atkinson. He plays a long one up towards Boyes. Boyes unable to win the header up against Angus MacDonald, but the ball still with Guiseley towards Will Hatfield. Geohagan is a cross and defends that one, sends it up the halfway line where Torquay battle hard for the ball with Alex Fisher in a battle that is won by Ryan Toulson eventually, but Guiseley do win a throw inside the Torquay half, about level with the centre circle. They take it short, but Jake Lawler's muscled off the ball, and then ball threaded towards Fisher, goes beyond him and into the safe arms of Stephen Drench.
Yeah, we're going to have to be looking for Jake Lawler to be strong in this game up against Simon Heslop in the centre of the park. An experienced former league midfielder. So Jake Lawler and Will Hatfield are going to have their work cut out against somebody with the experience that he's got.
Well, here's a moment to question. Thanks to Craig Shearstone saying we're coming through loud and clear. Understood we hadn't actually ordered the third kit. Maybe AD Towers can confirm. Well, that'll be part of our post-match interviews. Guys, you're having to defend at the moment from right back.
We must have ordered it. It's very popular, isn't it?
It's played out for a throw, which will be taken just in front of Mark Bauer's dugout by Hurst, James Hurst, full back. So it's not going to be long from Geohagan. Sent down here to Lavelle Moore. Back here to Hurst. Hurst crosses towards the back post. And it's above and beyond Fisher. Fisher collects, though. Keeps the ball ticking over and then sends it in towards Daniel Butler. This time, though, a interception, takes a deflection off the Torquay left back, and it's out for a Guiseley throw in inside their own half. Flicked on by Liam Dickinson. Zach Thompson surges forward, looks to get on the end of it, beaten to it though by McDonald. Angus McDonald puts it out into touch for a Guiseley throw, about level with the penalty spot on the right-hand side.
Yeah, good pressing work from Zach Thompson, forced McDonald into clearing that ball out.
Hatfield gets the ball back from Toulson, goes down towards the byline, wins the tackle, gets the ball into the area. Brooksby aims to get a touch on it and keep the ball ticking over, but Torquay defend stoutly, and they get the ball away now up towards Malaki Lavelle-Moore, who's chasing against Ben Parker. Parker wins that battle. Ball back here to Danny Lowe, into Jake Lawler. Lawler with a good touch and a 1-2 between he and Parker. And guys, he worked the ball out well and very calmly get it up to the halfway line with Will Hatfield. Hatfield on the right-hand side now to Wayne Brooksby, who cuts in field. Brooksby, ball into the box, up towards Liam Dickinson. It took a deflection, it took the ball away from Dickinson, and it's safely in the arms of Fabian Spies.
Yeah, it was a good move, wasn't it? As you say, it was calm and collected passing. There was no panicking about getting rid of that. They played the ball very, very well and worked it forward.
We'll be bringing you the goals from the rest of the Vanarama leagues. At the moment, Torquay have a ball on the edge of the area that they take a shot in at goal with Alex Fisher. It was a rather tame effort, straight at Stephen Drench. That's just a sign that Guiseley can't afford to dwell on the ball in their back line and need to be at the races throughout. Shout out to Dave Kendra, just saying that his daughter's fallen asleep, conveniently allowing him to listen to Guiseley radio. Quite right. Throw in now from Toulson up towards Dickinson. He flicks on. The ball's cleared. Back here with Toulson on the halfway line for Guiseley. In towards Hatfield. Nice 1-2 between Hatfield and Jake Lawler. Thompson now over the centre circle up towards Boys. Boys on the edge of the 18-yard, away from goal. Lays it back here to Ben Parker. Parker into the box. Gio Hagan clears up towards Lavelle-Moore. And then Guiseley win possession back here with Hatfield. Now to Toulson. Toulson on the right-hand side. Floats the ball in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. All the way through to Boys. Boys back to goal. Gives it to Dickinson. He shoots. Blocked by Gio Hagan. Behind for a Guiseley corner.
Well, Adam Boys, he did very well there, but there was so much shirt pulling. You expected the referee to at least to say something. He's going, well, he hasn't gone across the defender like I expected him, because he had a handful of shirt there, did Angus McDonald. A handful of Adam Boys' shirt. Unbelievable.
Corner from the right-hand side. Thompson will deliver. Plays it in towards the 6-yard box. Lawler! Great header. Great save there from space. And Guiseley come very close to breaking the deadlock. Jake Lawler with a header. Spies with the fine reactions inside the Torquay goal. Corner to Guiseley.
Terrific save that from Fabian Spies. Great header as well. It was from Jake Lawler. It's what he's there to do in these situations from corners. He's got the height. Excellent header. But a good save from the Torquay United keeper.
Thompson now comes across to the left-hand side to take this corner. The big men still in the box. The ball distributed in there. Lavelle-Moore clears. Picked back up by Hatfield. Into the penalty area again. Bounces around. Picked up by the goalkeeper. And held. And Guiseley comes so close there to breaking the deadlock in the opening 7 minutes. And it's been a bright start, hasn't it, from the Lions?
It has. They've looked confident. They've looked at the races, early doors.
Cleared.
You can certainly tell that Mark's given them a game plan, and they're sticking to it and playing it well so far.
Torquay now on the ball inside the centre circle. A little late challenge. Gives a free kick to Torquay inside the centre circle. It was Josh Carmichael who was just clipped by Hatfield. It's a goal already. Boreham Wood are a goal down at home to Grimsby. And Lowestoft 0, A.F.C. United 1 in the National North. The free kick will be taken for Torquay now inside the centre circle, but they've pushed forward the big men onto the edge of the 18-yard box. Butler will distribute in towards this penalty spot. It's flicked on well, held by Stephen Drench. Alex Fisher with the header. Never really threatening the goal with much pace, but it was a good idea from Torquay. Stephen Drench comfortable with the ball in the end. Sends it out towards Brooksby. Headed out by Butler, and it'll be a throw to Guiseley, level with the edge of the centre circle. Hatfield now on the ball. Gives it to Toulson. Brooksby and towards Hatfield, and it's over and out, and that's rather a soft way to lose possession from Guiseley's perspective.
Yeah, a little bit of overplaying there, perhaps lack of a touch, or too much, sorry, on the touch. Let's put it out.
Hatfield wins possession back for Guiseley, gives it to Brooksby. Brooksby down this right-hand side, a little bit of space to run in. Good trickery from Brooksby, just can't beat the extra man though. And Torquay get the ball away. Picked up on the halfway line here by Jake Lawler. Into Ben Parker, he floats it out to the right-hand side. He's overhit that one, and it's out for a Torquay throw on the halfway line.
Yeah, the right idea from Ben Parker, looking to switch it over to the opposite flank to Ryan Toulson, but as I say, just too much on that, out into the crowd.
10 minutes gone, Guiseley 0-0 here at Torquay. Had the best chance so far of the game though. Jake Lawler with a header, fine save from the Torquay goalkeeper. The Lions now battling to try and win possession back as Torquay begin to take position inside the Guiseley half. McDonald on the ball, out to Hurst. Hurst, the right back, goes back to the halfway line where McDonald will have a chance to play the ball forward. He actually opts to go square to Gio Hagan. And now to the left back, Butler. Butler up towards Lavelle Moore. Torquay playing a little intricate passing game, but not making much headway at the moment. Guiseley in good shape defensively, but Butler now picks up on the left-hand side. Goes to run it to Ryan Toulson. Good tackle comes in from Ryan Toulson, and it's a throw into Torquay. But these throw-ins, well, we all know the potential danger man, and he's coming forward. Exodus Gio Hagan, who will launch this one into the box.
Yeah, he's an absolute man mountain, isn't he? 6'7" of defender.
It's as good as a corner for Torquay when they have his throws. Such a long throw on him. Aims this one towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's in there with pace. It's headed behind. It'll be a Torquay corner.
Yeah, that was a mighty throw. Caused problems for Guiseley. It was just knocked behind. Safety first from the Guiseley defence.
Louis Briscoe steps across to take the corner from the left-hand side as Torquay attack the Guiseley goal. Briscoe has got plenty to aim for inside the box. It goes up, it finds Gio Hagan. He plays it across the 6-yard box, headed away, helped away by Atkinson, but it's still on the edge of the 18-yard box before eventually Thompson hoofs the ball into the Torquay half, and it's recovered by Nathan Smith, sent back to goalkeeper Spies. He plays it long, and it's up towards Fisher. Guiseley don't get the ball away at the first attempt, but do at the second. And it's picked up here by Daniel Butler on the left-hand side. Still coming Torquay, lifted by that throw from Exodus Gio Hagan. And that moment there where they got their first corner of the game. Torquay now applying a little bit of pressure for the first time in this game. Alex Fisher back here to Butler. Square now, finds Briscoe. Briscoe plays the ball into the penalty area. Cut out well by Danny Lowe. Out here to Brooksby. Still deep inside the Guiseley half. Brooksby's ball is loose. It's picked up now by Butler. Butler on the left flank. Curls the ball in towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Helped away by Atkinson. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson and Jake Lawler exchange passes, and it's threaded through to Brooksby, who comes over the halfway line. 3 yellow shirts around him. Brooksby goes down the left channel and then lays the ball back to the halfway line where Ben Parker takes over. Square now to Hatfield. Hatfield's got Toulson on the right-hand side. Finds Toulson, about level with the centre circle, right out there by the touchline. Square to Boys. Boys helps it forward towards Hatfield. He's tackled, but that's a corner to Guiseley and a chance for the third corner of the game to test this Torquay goalkeeper once again.
Yeah, well worked from Guiseley. Good play from Boys and Toulson over on that right-hand side. The ball forward for Hatfield caused problems.
Corner gave Jake Lawler the header before, and it's on the same side this time. This time Thompson will take. Lawler's in there again. It's in towards the penalty spot. Headed away this time. Brooksby keeps the ball in the area, and he's bundled over when he goes to win the ball on the edge of the D. And it was Simon Heslop who crunched into him. And Guiseley have a free kick. And Mark Bowie, you can hear down below, screaming instructions to the Lions. And they will have a free kick in a dangerous position on the edge of the D. But Brooksby is more concerning. He's down on the ground still. And I think he's been winded, don't you?
Yeah, I'd like to hope, I certainly do hope it's just that at worst, because he'd won the ball, he'd nodded it into the box when there was caught afterwards. He was a little bit late. Referee's given the free kick. we're not readying any subs or anything, so he's back on his feet at least. He just look windy, doesn't he?
Free kick right on the edge of the D, central. So it's going to be tough to get this on up and over the wall. Liam Dickinson, Zach Thompson, Wayne Brooksby, all in positions to take this one. There's a 6 or 7 man wall in there. I think it's going to be Zach Thompson. Dickinson peels off and joins the edge of the wall. Thompson takes, curls this one in, off the opposite crossbar. And Guiseley almost break the deadlock again. The ball back in there, in towards Boys. Dickinson inside the 6-yard box. The ball's behind for a corner. But what an effort that was from Zach Thompson. Curled the ball in, hit the upright. And Guiseley just couldn't quite force the ball over the line.
Yeah, that was a stunning free kick from Zach Thompson. I think Nicky Boschell's got a challenge for the free kick taking role because that was excellent.
Ball on the left-hand side from the corner, curled in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed up at this time by McDonald. It's up in the air and behind for another corner to Guiseley, this time on the right-hand side.
Excellent spell of pressure from the Lions. We've got 15 minutes on the clock, and we really have been putting in set piece in these deliveries that have caused problems, which was a problem as we saw it against Gateshead last week. They've certainly been practicing, I think, Colin.
It's getting it in the onion bag, though, isn't it? This is the problem we've been having. We haven't been converting the goals, only 4 this season so far. Guiseley now have the corner on the right-hand side. Curled in by Thompson, up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper flaps and gets it away. Chased down, though, by Hatfield. On the left-hand side, Hatfield is held up well. Plays the ball back to Brooksby. He's got 5 to aim for. Goes up towards the back post, headed away by Gio Hagan. And then Dickinson strives to get the ball back, bundles over. Briscoe, much to the complaints of the home fans, but the referee allows play to continue. Guiseley have the ball. Toulson into Dickinson. Square here to Atkinson. Atkinson in through to Boys. Boys can't get there ahead of the goalkeeper space, who was off his line swiftly and claims the ball at the feet of Boys. And the danger passes.
Excellent play, though, from Guiseley, creating all kinds of problems. You know, people may have expected a free kick there for the strong shoulder barge, I think, is the term from Liam Dickinson. But it's what he's there to do. Be physical, win the ball, get possession back.
Ben Parker now on the ball. Nice 1-2 between Parker and Boys. Boys is clipped. Free kick is given. The home fans don't agree with John Busby, today's referee, but I think there was a little clip on Adam Boys. Another free kick to Guiseley.
I think he was certainly clipped, but as soon as the referee blown his whistle, Adam Boys was back on his feet there, which I think rattled one or two of the home fans seeing Boys do that.
Macclesfield 1, Woking 0 in the Vanarama National. Gloucester 0, Fylde 1 in the National North. Free kick here, 0-0. Guiseley have a free kick about 10 yards out from the edge of the 18-yard box to the left of the D. Just 3-man wall stands over it. Zach Thompson and Brooksby both over the free kick. Guiseley have about 5 white shirts just inside the 18-yard box, looking to get some aerial threat onto this one. Curled in by Thompson. This time he goes for goal. Oh, it's just past the upright again. The decoy in the end was the 5 players on the edge of the 18-yard box. This time the curling shot just pulled itself past the upright, and it's behind for a goal kick.
Excellent effort again from Zach Thompson. He's definitely been working on those, because that was a cracking free kick just wide of the upright. And as you say, it completely caught everybody off guard.
Aldershot 1, Halifax 0. In the north, it's now FC United 2, Lowestoft 0, Curzon Ashton 1, Nuneaton 0, and Gainsborough 1, Corby 0. Still 0-0 here. Wayne Brooksby heads on the halfway line. Played into Liam Dickinson. Great ball in here to Adam Boys. Clear of the back line. Boys shoots the ball over the bar. Oh, he should have done better with that one. It was a lovely touch from Liam Dickinson that sent the ball through. Adam Boys timed his run to perfection, but he tried to take the ball on the volley, the half volley at the first attempt. And in the end, he has fired it high and over the bar and into the fans behind that goal.
He went for the spectacular, didn't he? He didn't need to take it on the half volley like that. He had space between him and the edge of the 18-yard box that he could have let the ball come down and settle it in front of him and just slotted it home. Instead, he went for the spectacular. Oh, and that's a big chance gone begging.
There's a high foot. It's penalised against Josh Carmichael for his challenge with Will Hatfield. And Guiseley have a free kick inside the Torquay half. Guiseley need to capitalise. They've had a bright start to this game, but it's still scoreless here at Plainmoor. The Lions have had the better chances and should really have taken one of them. They've hit the upright. And it's a Header from Jake Lawler that's been saved by the goalkeeper. And Adam Boyes, who was clean through and goal, rather hurried his shot and fired wide. It's a familiar tale, though, for guys in the first 20 minutes of games. To dominate, but not to score. Low sends the ball down the left-hand side. Away by Geohagen. Nodded on by Jake Lawler. Guiseley still battling and trying to win the ball back inside the Torquay half, but it's well dealt with by Hurst, and then up towards Fisher. Lower swiftly across to put that one out into touch. It's going to be a Torquay throw. This time it's going to be Hurst midway through the Guiseley half on the right-hand side, who will take. Lawler gets across ahead of Fisher to get enough of a foot into the ball to take the ball away from Torquay, and it works its way up to Boyes, but hesitation between Boyes and Hatfield almost gives Torquay possession back. But instead they win the ball back again, and Thompson can flick this one in towards Adam Boyes. Geohagen using his experience to step across and win possession back for Torquay, but no sooner do the home side win it back, it's out for a throw, and I think it's going to be a Guiseley throw here in left-back position.
Yeah, it's a good spell of play from Guiseley this last 10 minutes or so, really. They've been much the better side. But the golden chance, as we say, Adam Boyes. Let's hope that we're not going to rue this early pressure without making it count.
Jake Lawler with a good challenge in midfield to win the ball back off Fisher. And he sends the ball back to Stephen Drench. He lofts it forward. Hagan will win that ahead of Liam Dickinson. Headed on boat by Zach Thompson. Good touch from Dickinson into the feet of Brooksby. Brooksby on the right-hand side now gives it to Toulson. Back here to Hatfield. He crosses towards the back post, up towards Boyes. Boyes finds some space, but he's adjudged to have pushed the defender, and it will be a free kick to Torquay inside the penalty area.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be too much in that for me. I think there was just a little bit of a niggling push on Adam Boyes. On the defender from Adam Boyes, but
0-0 here at Torquay. Don't forget, after a good pre-season, the Guiseley Academy boys are back in action. They start away to Brigg Town in the FA Youth Cup, and that's on Thursday at 7:45 at Brigg. And they had a great run in the FA Youth Cup a couple of years ago. Let's hope they can repeat that. The ball's forward and out for... it's actually an offside decision, sorry, down here inside the Guiseley half. So the Lions will win possession back.
And touching on the academy and how well they've done, of course, you know, there's, I think, 5 or 6 academy players that are signed with squad numbers. So it shows that Mark is willing to give some of the youth and the lads from the academy a chance in the first team if the opportunity arises.
Guys, you now win the ball back on the centre circle. It's played with Ryan Toulson in towards Dickinson. Tackled, but guys, win possession back here. Toulson, though, he's robbed by Lavelle Moore. Lavelle Moore now goes down this left-hand side up against Will Hatfield. Referee doesn't intercept on that occasion. The ball to the left-hand side played in, and there's a ball straight across the face of the 6-yard box that Alex Fisher was stretching to try and get on the end of. And in the end, he couldn't touch it over the line, but Guiseley almost undone. It all started when Malaki Lavelle Moore stole the ball off Ryan Toulson, came down that left-hand side, gave the ball to Butler, across into the box. Fisher just couldn't stretch far enough to get the ball into the net, but that's lifted the home fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, because I say it was one of those balls that it just needed a touch. And thankfully for Steve Drench and for Guiseley, it didn't get it. But Alex Fisher, very, very close.
Stephen Drench with a goal kick to the Torquay half. The ball back in towards the Guiseley half, and it's picked up again by Fisher. Buoyed by that earlier chance now. Torquay, press, Carmichael, out to the left-hand side. Butler across field, finds the other right back, the full-back Hurst. He drills the ball goal-bound, blocked by Boyes, headed away by Ben Parker, but won back by Torquay on the edge of the 18-yard box. Hurst now, he's up against Adam Boyes, into the feet of Heslop, who overhits that one, and it's gone behind for a Guiseley goal kick.
Yeah, way too much on that from Simon Heslop. He was aiming to get Hurst making the run forward, but he frankly didn't even bother with that because the ball got away from him very, very easily. But that's the first few minutes, really, that Torquay have been able to get themselves down, you know, get the ball down and play their football, because Guiseley, prior to that, have done very, very well.
Torquay now head the ball away from the goal kick. There's a poor touch from Ryan Toulson. And Torquay win a throw inside the Lions' half, about level with the centre circle on the left-hand side. It's played into the feet of Molecular Velmore. Danger man plays the ball out to the right-hand side and finds Hurst. Hurst up against Ben Parker. Hurst does well, goes to the byline, gets the cross in, blocked by Danny Lowe. And it'll be another Torquay corner. And you just feel the pendulum slightly swinging away from Guiseley's favour as Torquay begin to develop a bit of a spell in this game.
Yeah, as you say, quite rightly. Torquay, the fans starting to get behind them, making some noise for this home crowd and the home team.
Corner will come in from the right-hand side here. It's lofted in towards the 6-yard box, headed away by Danny Lowe inside that 6-yard box. But Torquay recover possession here. Heslop plays the ball into the area, and then there's a flag up against Hurst, who was on the left-hand side. The right back was offside. And Guiseley get a free kick. And he'd found himself some space there, hadn't he? He'd drifted off away from the Guiseley back line, and had he been able to hold his line, he would have been in a very good position.
Yeah, absolutely, but that was the thing he didn't do. You know, he had all that space and was determined to find it. Just found it a little bit too quickly. So caught offside, and it was a cheap offside to concede. Is that the word, I think, with offsides?
Gloucester 1, Fylde 1 in the National North. Oldham 0, Bradford City 1. Fylde actually have just scored again, so it's 2-1 now in that game against Gloucester. Aldershot 2, Halifax 0. Brackley 0, North Ferriby 1. Lowestoft 0, A.F.C. United 3. Another woeful afternoon for Halifax. I mean, Brooksby's been penalised and a free kick's been given to Torquay just inside the Guiseley half. Much to the ironic cheers of the home crowd, who feel they'd been hard done to in the opening 25 minutes gone here. It's 0-0, but Guiseley have hit the woodwork, forced the goalkeeper into a superb save and spurned a one-on-one chance with Adam Boyd. And now Torquay press, they get the ball into the area. Ben Parker hoofs it away, but still the Gulls get the ball back inside the penalty area. It's played in by Lavelle Moore. There's a free penalty kick being given. The ball was played into the area and then there was a trip, and the referee has pointed straight to the spot. No, has he?
Well,
No, he hasn't. He's given the free kick.
But he pointed in the wrong direction there.
He looked like he was pointing to the spot. Yeah, the whole crowd cheered, and he'd actually given a free kick. So I totally didn't follow that run of play. And it's almost as if it's a goal kick here on the right-hand side for Stephen Drench to take. Just explain me through that, Chris. I was watching a different game.
I was thinking I was watching the same thing as you, because I'm just as bemused. He pointed towards Steve Drench's goal, which from our position interprets... Well, it certainly looked like a penalty. It certainly looked like he was pointing towards the spot.
Guys, he now get the ball up the other end. It's in here to Hatfield. Inside the penalty area, back to goal, though, with 4 or 5 around him. It's tripped. Penalty has been given to the Lions. This time, no question about it. The referee has definitely pointed to the spot here. And Hatfield was just clipped inside the penalty area. Certainly was a weak penalty to concede. Home fans are furious. And we thought there was a penalty up the other end 1 minute. And back up the other end, guys have got themselves a spot kick.
I can see why they're furious, but we won't complain. Will Hatfield, good play, goes down. Listen to this.
Liam Dickinson will take the spot kick up against Spies. He's about ready to take this one. The referee gets everyone in position. Dickinson, can he put Guiseley one ahead? Dickinson strikes it into the right-hand side of the goal. The Lions score, they take the lead, and Liam Dickinson is the goal scorer from the penalty spot after 28 minutes.
And it's a great penalty, a confident penalty, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. But you just feel that this is all of a sudden a little bit awkward from our point of view, because a minute earlier we were convinced the penalty was going against us. I say less than a minute later, it's down the other end, and we've scored it. And I just need to point out as well, Cy Wintle, who's in the away end, is absolutely delighted by that, because he wasn't getting his haircut this season until Liam Dickinson scored.
Well, he'll have to go for a trim now. Liam Dickinson has bagged the first goal in this game as he's slotted the ball home from the penalty spot after a foul on Will Hatfield in the penalty area. after up the other end, it looked like the referee might have given a penalty to Torquay. But Guiseley, who don't take anything away from the Lions, have had plenty of this opening spell, have hit the upright, had a great save from Spieth as well, and spurned a great one-on-one chance beforehand. Have deserved their lead in this game. Torquay, who were just growing back into the match actually before that, now have to see if they can muster a response to Guiseley's lead here at the Lorna Window Stadium. Wayne Brooksby over the halfway line, steps forward, square now to Thompson. Thompson helps it out here to Ben Parker, who's come up from left back, ready to get this one into the box. Instead opts to give the ball to Wayne Brooksby, who's up to McDonald. McDonald just tries to shepherd the ball out, but Brooksby sticks to his task and earns the ball back for Guiseley, plays it through to Parker. Parker helps it back to Brooksby into the penalty area now. Boys back from goal, gets it back to Thompson. Thompson just holding onto the ball. Guiseley doing well here. Plays it into Jake Lawler. Out to Ben Parker. Parker helps it in now to Dickinson on the edge of the penalty area on the left-hand side. Little turn from Dickinson. Gets a shot away. It's blocked. Thompson tries to win the second ball. Helped away by the Gulls. Eventually their back line holds firm. But Tolson picks the second phase up for Guiseley again in towards Hatfield. He couldn't control with the ball coming at him at great pace from Tolson's cross. But Guiseley again win back the second phase. Jake Lawler into the feet of Hatfield. Hatfield can't hold on to the ball, but neither can Torquay, and it's out for a Guiseley throw midway through the Torquay half on the right-hand side.
I think it's a credit to how well Guiseley's passing game has been that...
Oh, there's a chance here for Hatfield into the penalty area. It was a challenge there to try and win the ball back from Butler. Hatfield deflected back off him and out for a goal kick, but for a moment it looked like Hatfield might capitalise on a defensive mix-up. And the home fan tried to urge their side back into this game.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's a credit to how Guiseley passing the ball in this game that I've heard a couple of Torquay fans shout in the last couple of minutes when Guiseley been in possession, come on Torquay, that's how you play it.
The Lions now trying to win the ball in the halfway line. Bounces off the back of Wayne Brooksby. Butler helps it back to the goalkeeper Spieth. Dickinson, and Brooksby tries to close him down. Spieth under no real pressure. Takes a poor clearance and it's out for a Guiseley throw in their right back position. Half an hour gone. Torquay United 0, Guiseley 1. And it's deservedly so on the balance of play, but Torquay might have had a penalty at the right hand side, which we thought was being given as a penalty, and then Guiseley got perhaps a softer penalty this time, but the ball put through. Now Hatfield, he's on the edge of the area. Oh, well saved by the goalkeeper. Hatfield, who charged forward, timed his run to perfection, got into the 18-yard box, looked to go across the goalkeeper, but all credit to Fabian Spies. He lunged at the feet of Will Hatfield and took the ball cleanly, and the ball cleared from the goalkeeper and out for a Guiseley throw in left-back position.
Oh, it was excellent goalkeeping, but another chance. He was just willing Hatfield to get his toe on that because he had 100 boys in support in space. But it was great goalkeeping from Fabian Spies in the Torquay net.
Guys, you feel need that second.
Very much so. This has been our problem, hasn't it? Having the chances but not taking them.
32 minutes gone. Now Torquay have a throw. It's about level with the edge of the penalty area on the right-hand side, and so that means that it's a chance for Exodus Geohagan to launch this one into the box. 4 yellows on the edge of the 6-yard box, 3 on the edge of the 18-yard box. This one will be launched in with pace again. It does. It's headed out this time. It's going to be another corner for Torquay. Now we can expect Geohagan to take his immense frame into the penalty area and try and get on the end of this one. That will be delivered from Daniel Butler.
Yeah, it's a good choice of words for Geohagan. Immense frame.
From the right-hand side, Butler will take this corner, curls this one in up towards the back post, up towards Geohagan. It's up in the air, still not got away by the Guiseley back line. Back here to Butler. He gets the ball back into the area, headed up. It's all at head tennis and 6s and 7s. The ball's poked home, and Torquay have equalised. And I think it was Exodus Geohagan who was the man in the 6-yard box who might just have got the final touch on that. And Guiseley have been punished for not taking their chances and then not being able to defend from the corner. And it's Torquay 1, Guiseley 1.
Yeah, as soon as we're ahead, we found ourselves back on level terms. And as we say, we just couldn't clear the corner there. and the man that will be relatively famous to fans of Leeds, because Gia Hagen was part of that Histon side that knocked out Leeds in the Cup a few years ago. He's the man that has stabbed it into the back of the net. Disappointing, isn't it?
Toulson on the halfway line. Another lesson learnt, eh? Plays it to Brooksby. Down that right-hand side, can't keep the ball in touch. It's out for a throw-in. And Guiseley, with 10 minutes to go to the break, who had all the chances, had gone in the lead, find themselves pegged back after a corner and unable to deal with the aerial presence of Exeter Sheerhagen and others. At the end, Torquay have grabbed themselves back in this game, but Will Hatfield, who might have gone through clean on goal a little bit earlier, finds the ball into the area, goes into Zach Thompson, he goes down, he looks like he's been clipped. And this time it's gone behind for a goal kick. But that time I think there was a real shout for another penalty kick there.
Arguably more of a shout for that one possibly than the one that was given in our favour earlier. Will Hatfield was absolutely convinced that he'd seen Thompson get clipped. He's jumping around with his head on his hands, but play continues.
And Torquay have the ball. Heslop into the feet here of Carmichael. Carmichael back to Briscoe. Now McDonald. He floats the ball into the penalty area. Stephen Drench comes off his line, clattered by Fisher. Referee doesn't give the free kick. The ball picked up again by the Gulls. Jehagan, the goal scorer, plays it to the left-hand side. Picked up now by Butler. The home fans urging their side on. The ball over the top towards Fisher, headed out by Atkinson. Another Torquay corner. The pressure now back on Guiseley, who after leading in this game have been pegged back to 1-1. And now face another aerial threat that'll come from the corner from the left-hand side.
Yeah, 9 minutes to go till the break, and you just feel that this could be 9 minutes where we need to hang on and defend our goal.
Corner comes in from this left flank, this time headed away by Liam Dickinson. But still, Torquay win the second phase. Floated back in there by Butler. It's a poor ball back in, easily claimed by Stephen Drench. He looks to hit the flanks immediately, trying to get Wayne Brooksby into the action, but it's just beyond Brooksby. Nice idea, but Brooksby had just taken a position a little too central, really, to get on the end of that, and it's out for a Torquay throw.
Yeah, quite right. It was a good decision from Stephen Drench trying to get it down there. Just a little bit too much on it, though. Brooksby didn't really stand a chance of being able to keep that in.
Chorley 1, Alfreton 0. And Hensford 2, Boston 0. Oh, a late challenge there from, very late challenge there from Lavelle Moore, who'll go into the book here. Ben Parker, though, more disconcertingly, is on the ground and not looking in a good way after Malaki Lavelle Moore clattered into the Guiseley captain. And Martin Stringfellow, who Ben Parker, in his interview before this game, was praising for helping him back to fitness. He's got a bit more work to do on the Guiseley captain now.
Yeah, he does not. He doesn't look good. He looks in a lot of pain. He's sat up now, though, at least, which is a positive. But of course, for a man who's had one 90-minute spell this season last week and has only just come back into the side, he'll be very disappointed if injury forces him out of the game. So it was just clumsy more than anything from Malachi Lavelle Moore.
He was late, wasn't he? He was late. He deserved a yellow card. And there's no chance of him winning that ball. I think Ben Parker, who's getting a massage on that ankle as we speak, he will hopefully, once he tests that foot on the ground, be okay to continue.
Well, Lavelle Moore's coming across, I think, just to check on him.
Like you say, there's no malice in the challenge. It was just late. It was very late. The referee speaking to Lowe and Thompson at the moment. I think they're complaining about that penalty shout at the other end still. I think if I was a betting man and I could hear, that would be the conversation they'd be having, because there was a really big shout when Zach Thompson was trying to win the ball, and Gio Hagen just looked or appeared to have clipped him as Zach Thompson seemed to get to him the ball ahead of the Torquay captain. The referee wasn't impressed, and it was more of a shout than the penalty, which was more tame than the second shout was.
Do you think if he hadn't have given that first one, it would have been. But that's certainly what my take on it. If he hadn't have given one 5 minutes earlier, I think he definitely would have done on that occasion.
Well, happily, Ben Parker's back on the field and we're back underway. Guys are trying to win the ball inside the Torquay half. Thompson is penalised for trying to win the ball back off Josh Carmichael. Not too sure of the provenance of that free kick, but Torquay get it nonetheless, and it's played forward. Blocked here by Atkinson. Atkinson square to Toulson. Toulson here to Drench. Drench comes out of the penalty area, takes his time, tries to pick the pass, and it's Liam Dickinson who's the target man, who wins the header, flicks it on to Brooksby, but his first touch from Wayne Brooksby isn't good enough, and Torquay can recover the ball and come over the halfway line. Boys struggling to keep up with Hurst. Hurst comes up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, takes a shot from distance with his left foot, and is behind for a goal kick, but it was a good surging run from the fullback, James Hurst. He had certainly got the legs on Adam Boyes, and as he cut in field, he took a shot from distance, but it didn't really have the power with his left boot. And it's a goal kick to Lions.
Now, so it was a good run from the right back, but then when it came to it, had to get the shot off left-footed and just dragged it a little bit wide. Couple of tweets, by the way, both from David Kendra. He says, Dicko scored, never doubted it. And then that was promptly followed by 1-1. Gah. They've been shaking from corners all season. Work to do.
Guys, who now win the ball back here. Boys into the area. Zach Thompson takes a shot. It's deflection. Claimed at the second attempt by the goalkeeper, Spies. But the Lions, very quick on the counter-attack there. Almost catching the goals napping. But now Torquay come forward once again. This time, Simon Heslop, over the halfway line. Out to the left-hand side. Picked up by Butler. Butler into the area to find Briscoe. Briscoe up against Atkinson. Cuts across, gets an angle to shoot. It takes a deflection. It's still not cleared. Fisher now lays it back here. On the edge of the D, a shot comes in. Held by the goalkeeper. It was Louis Briscoe with the effort. But it was straight at Stephen Drench, realistically. Never likely to threaten the Guiseley goal.
Yeah, good defensive work from Guiseley. Made it very hard to break through the ball. In the end, from Torquay, went to the edge of the box where Louis Briscoe was the man that started that move. But his shot straight at Steve Drench down the middle.
Ball up towards Dickinson. Headed away, though. Picked up now by Toulson, just inside the Torquay half. Up towards the goal scorer, Liam Dickinson. But he can't hold on to the ball on this occasion. Briscoe keeps the ball ticking over rather fortuitously on the halfway line. Finds James Hurst, who comes on another run from fullback. Down the right flank this time. Cuts in field once again. Tries to get the ball onto his left foot. Takes a shot this time. Much more purposeful with the effort, but it was always rising. Goes over the bar and behind for a Guiseley goal kick. But James Hurst on two occasions there, surging from right back. Cuts in field. That time shows what he can do on that left foot. And it was a decent drive. But Guiseley get the goal kick in the end.
Yeah, rasping effort from James Hurst. He's looked like a bit of a man on the mission in these last 5 minutes or so, trying to get on the score sheet. You can't imagine as a right back goals come that often for him.
Ball's up towards Liam Dickinson. Geohagan wins that aerial header. Back though with Dickinson, who wins the second phase back as Guiseley still look to threat. Dickinson plays the ball down the left-hand side towards Brooksby. Takes a touch off a Torquay defender, so it'll be a throw-in to Guiseley on that right-hand side. It's taken by Toulson, finds Hatfield on the edge of the area, in towards Dickinson. He's closed down by Geohagan, and it's only as far as Jake Lawler. Toulson now for Guiseley. On the right flank, plays it up towards the 18-yard box again. Dickinson lays it back here to Hatfield. Hatfield's drive straight into the chest of McDonald. And in the end, Torquay can clear. And it's with Lavelle Moore. He comes forward down the left flank before Guiseley get a tackle in with Atkinson. But Heslop will take the ball back for the goals, and this time chance here for Butler to cross. He gets the ball into the area. Late tackle again there from Lavelle Moore, who clips Atkinson. He's already on a card for an earlier foul on Ben Parker. Atkinson goes down and will need some attention, and I think the referee will just give him the final talking to, but he needs to be careful, does Malachi Lavelle Moore, because he's on a yellow. And that was not too dissimilar a time challenge to the other one.
Absolutely. In fact, the first thing the referee did there, as you can see, is called the captain, Exodus Geohagan, over to him. He'll be having a word with the captain, basically saying, look, keep him under wraps, because Malachi Lavelle Moore, as we say, already on one booking, frankly, could have had another one there, and that's why he's brought Exodus Geohagan over. just to try and drill, to drill the fact that one more, he could be walking.
Lowestoft 1, A.F.C. United 3 in the National North. Chester 0, Forest Green 1. Forest Green keep up that record at the top of the table. Top of the table in the North as well. Solihull 1, Harrogate 0. Solihull top, Harrogate second, aren't they?
That's
Harrogate
a great battling prospect there.
Kidderminster 0, Braintree 1 as well. Braintree, the trip for us on the 26th of September. Liam Dickinson's just won a free kick for his aerial battle with Geohagen. This time the referee decides that the Torquay captain has been over enthusiastic. And Guiseley have a free kick. It's midway through the Torquay half on the right hand side, so they can distribute this one into the box with Zach Thompson. There's 5, 6 white shirts on the edge of the 18-yard box looking to get onto the end of the delivery here. Thompson curls this one in, headed behind, this time by McDonald. It's going to be a Guiseley corner. Danny Lowe went to ground. He's rather half-heartedly complaining and protesting to the referee. But I don't think there was anything in that. Guiseley will get the corner now just before the break. Literally 45 minutes are up. It's just what will be added on now. And the referee will add on 2. The ball's distributed into the area once again towards Atkinson. It's headed away. It's another Guiseley throw, this time on the edge of the 18-yard box, sort of level with that on the left-hand side. So Ben Parker steps forward to take. Still 1-1. Parker, though, with the throw for the Lions. As we enter 2 minutes of added time in this first period. Hatfield crosses into the box. Brooksby leaves it, but he leaves it for no one. And that's easy for Butler to clear. Sends it long up towards Fisher. It's headed on, headed away by Danny Lowe. But still, Torquay get the ball and this time send it up towards Lavelle Moore, but headed away by Danny Lowe. Up and awkwardly around the halfway line. Guys eventually win the ball back and get it on the deck. Jake Lawler helps it to the right-hand side with some good football there from the Lions. Toulson into Brooksby. Brooksby plays the ball out to Toulson. He's blocked well, and it's out for a Guiseley throw. 1 minute gone of the 2. A throw from the Lions from Toulson goes down the right flank. It's difficult for Liam Dickinson to control under pressure from McDonald and Butler. In the end, it's out for a Torquay throw in left-back position, which I think Geohagen will launch forward.
You'd certainly expect so, wouldn't you?
Good first 45, this, from Guiseley's perspective, but it's the same old problem, isn't it? We've had more chances than we've taken, and it's the clinical finishing that we're just lacking at the moment. Perhaps there might be a sting in the tail just before the break. Flicked on by Dickinson. Oh, it almost fell through to Brooksby. Geohagen intercepted, though, and it's knocked out, and Dickinson tries to keep the ball in play, but was concede the throw. To no avail anyway, because the half-time whistle has gone, and Guiseley, who led thanks to a Liam Dickinson penalty on 28 minutes, have had much the better of this first half. They've hit the upright. They could have scored when Jake Lawler's header was saved by Spieth. They had a chance, a one-on-one with Adam Boyes, put through clean on goal, but he managed to fire high and wide. But then as Torquay grew back into the game, they equalised with the captain, Exodus Geohagen, scoring on 33 minutes. At half-time here, it's all square at Plainmoor. Torquay 1, Guiseley 1.
Well, it's been a very entertaining game of football between these two sides. You know, from Guiseley's perspective, this is, dare I say, the best half of football I think I've seen them play, because they've passed the ball so well on this surface. They really have adapted to going to a big ground like this and played some excellent football. You know, Dicko gets them on the score sheet. As you say, we have got that same issue of not taking the chances when they come, though. You look at the one where Will Hatfield as well was almost one-on-one, could have stabbed it across the boys, but for some good keeping from the Torquay stopper. And then the big chance from Adam Boyes especially. For me, that's the one that we may end up ruining so far. The fact that he got one-on-one, brilliant through ball from Liam Dickinson, in on goal, and he just took it too early on the half volley instead of bringing it down and going for the easier chance, basically. But as it is at half-time, I think we can be very pleased and very optimistic with this afternoon's work so far.
Well, it's a draw at the break. Let's just bring you the scores of the games we're following. Oldham 0, Bradford City 1 in League One. Oldham actually down to 10 men in that game. Finished earlier on in the Vanarama National League. Welling 1, Tranmere 1. Tranmere ended up that game also with 10 men on the field. So, again, not finding things all their way in this division, Tranmere, after a bright start. Aldershot 2, Halifax 0. Another miserable afternoon for Neil Aspin's men thus far, as Aldershot recording at the moment what looks like a comfortable victory. Altrincham 0, Cheltenham Town 0. Barrow 1, Eastleigh 0. Boreham Wood 0, Grimsby Town 1. Bromley 0, Gateshead 0. Chester 0, Forest Green 1. Kidderminster Harriers 0, Braintree 1. Lincoln City 0, Wrexham 0. Macclesfield 1, Woking 0. Southport 0, Dover 0. Here it's Torquay 1, Guiseley 1. In the north, there's a few big games and quite a few goals going in. Brackley 1, North Ferriby 2. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Telford 0. Of course, Bradford Park Avenue, rock bottom of the division. Chorley 1, Alfreton 0. Curzon Ashton 1, Nuneaton 0. Gainsborough 1, Corby 0. Gloucester 1, Fylde 2. Hensford 2, Boston 0. Lowestoft 1, FC United 3. Solihull Moors 1, Harrogate Town 0. Those two, the top two teams in the division at this early stage of the season. Stockport County 0, Worcester City 0, and Tamworth 0, Stalybridge Celtic 1. It's been a good first 45 for the Lions, all except for the scoreline. How often have we said that this season? It's 1-1 at the break, but in truth, the Lions might really have had one or two more in this game. Hopefully in the second half they won't rue it. We're going to leave you for a few moments now with the break. We'll bring you back with the interviews from Mark Bauer from last Monday's game against Chester. We'll be back shortly. Hope you can join us then.
Chris Bell with Mark Bauer after Guiseley's 1-1 draw away at Chester. Mark, a point, a draw, and it ends the back-to-back defeats. Can you sum up the performance and the result for me?
I thought we were very good. You know, you're coming away from home against a side that have started well. Big club at this level. I thought we dealt with what they had to throw at us. I can't remember them having a chance or Drench having a save. And then when we got the ball on the occasions that we did, used it quite well and created the two best chances. Should have had a penalty ourselves in the first half. And then another absolutely ridiculous decision goes against us. And we're chasing the game, you know, the penalty. How when we've seen some of the handballs not given against us this season, and then you see that given as a handball, you've got to ask questions, what is going on? And there's just a massive sense of injustice in the dressing room. You know, we've drawn the game and come back, really pleased with the character of the lads to come back, but the lads are absolutely human in the dressing room with the way that we're being treated and the decisions that are going against us. You know, there's been that many now that you just wonder what on earth is going on. Bitterly disappointed with what's going against us, but you know, immensely proud of the players for the way they kept going, and really in the end we had the chances to win it as well. So a lot of good signs, you know. Looking back on the Gateshead game at the weekend, we've controlled that game for large periods, created chances. You know, we've done well in games. So to have come away today and come away with nothing from a decision like that would have been absolutely. I don't know how to pick the lads up from it, to be honest. So to get that point at the end, you know, it's pleasing, and it just gives, like you say, breaks that little two-game sequence and gets us going in the right direction again.
Let's talk about the positives for a minute. How pleased are you with the fact that we did come back? Because having been in two games where we've been unable to come back from behind, how pleasing is it to do that at a place with quite a hostile crowd? But we've come back and got something from it.
Yeah, it's, you know, away from home 1-0 down, it's always going to be difficult, but the lads kept playing and you know, even before we scored we had chances, and after we scored we had chances, so that's pleasing. You know, the character of the players, they could have really let their heads drop after the last two results, that feeling that you know, all the world's against you, but they kept going and yeah, it was the least that we deserved to get that equaliser at the end, and really we probably deserved to win it.
Let's talk about the not so positives. The referee, I think we ended up with 3 or 4 bookings aside, a penalty obviously that was given against us, penalties that weren't given. Turns out this was the referee's second game this season, and his first one, it's given 4 yellows and 2 reds. At times, to me, and I want to take your take on this, how did it seem like the referee was going to make it all about him?
I mean, the two main decisions that I'm concerned about is a foul on Will Hatfield that should have been given as a penalty to us. To be fair to the referee, the linesman's given the penalty to Chester. It's just not good enough, and we're on the wrong end of it game after game, you know.
What was yours and the lads' take on the penalty?
It's never ever a penalty. You know, we were all down at Welling where the lads almost slam dunked the ball to stop it being crossed into the box, and that's not given. But you're told that if your arms are in an unnatural position and it's a penalty, but the ball's on a skiddy surface, it's bounced up. Zach's trying to clear it. His arms are where they would be when he's trying to clear it. If that's a penalty, then, you know, I'd just like to have seen what would have happened if that had happened at the other end.
From the perspective of what you set up and went out with formation-wise and line-up-wise, Liam Dickinson getting his first start of the season.
Yeah, he showed a good attitude when he's come on and caused a few problems, and obviously, you know, we've not scored too many goals so far, so we just felt we'd try that, and, you know, Dicko's probably short of match fitness, he'll be the first to admit it, so we thought we'd get a good hour out of him. Put himself about well, and cause them a few problems. So it's, you know, obviously good to get lads back involved that have not played much so far. Ben Parker obviously been another one. Thought, you know, a testament to him that the way he's worked in pre-season and kept himself, got his fitness back. That, you know, he's tackling their quickest player in the 93rd minute to prevent him getting a crossing. So pleased to have the two back in, you know, to start games, and obviously we've got a good squad, and that gives us the ability to be able to chop and change. And last season, I think on a couple of occasions we didn't change the side on the bank holiday games from Saturday to Monday, and I thought it caught up with us on the Monday. I thought today being able to freshen it up a bit certainly helped, and contributed to us looking the stronger team at the finish, and probably the team that could have nicked it.
And going forward, we've got the slightly lengthy trip all the way down to Torquay on Saturday.
Yeah. It's a new one for us as a club, but we'll obviously go down there on Friday and prepare properly, and we should go there with confidence. I know only 1 point from the two games this weekend, but the performances against two established conference full-time sides, we can take a lot of heart from that, and look forward to going down there. And if we play the way we have done over the two games, then there's no reason why we won't finally get that win again. And hopefully, they say the decisions, the bad luck turns, so we're going to get a lot of good decisions over the next few weeks, it would seem.
In terms of obviously going to places like Torquay, we went to Welling on the opening day. How different is it in terms of all these overnight trips and going down the day before? How's that affect the players and yourselves as?
I think it's something that a majority of the players that we've got have played full-time professional football, and it's part and parcel of that. So it's. For most of the players, it's not unusual and something that you just take for granted and use it for its best, really. Prepare properly, get a good night's sleep, have a sleep in the morning, or get up and have a walk, whatever you want to do. And often it's better preparation than a home game where the lads are maybe driving themselves hour or so to get to the ground. So no, it's good. It gets the lads together. Long bus journey. There's always a bit of fun on the bus, and hopefully on the way back it can be a buoyant one when we've gone down there and got a result.
And it's going to be what we expect will be a great trip for the fans as well, that of course are doing overnight the night before as well.
Yeah, brilliant. That's one of the benefits from stepping up to this level. I hope the fans really enjoy it. We'll obviously be treating it seriously. We're going down there to do a job. Best way to enjoy it, that I'm sure everyone would say, it'd be to go down there and get 3 points. So that's going to be the target, and we're doing our best to get that.
Chris Bell with Will Hatfield after Guiseley's 1-1 draw at Chester. Will, can you start by trying to sum up the performance and the result for me? Yeah,
it was a tough game. It's always going to be tough. We knew that. Chester are a good outfit, but we applied ourselves well. And as the game went on, I felt we got a lot better, and we were pushing for the win at the end. And I think if we did get the win, we'd have deserved it in the end. So.
What was your overall take on the referee's performance? Because it's fair to say there was a few contentious decisions, both with bookings and, of course, with penalties not given and given against us. Yeah,
like I say every week, but he's got a tough job, and especially today with the zippy surface, it was quite quick tempo throughout the game, so to keep up with the game, it would have been hard for him. But yeah, again, some decisions, penalty and a few others offsides have not gone our way, but I don't know. It's tough to take, but you've got to take on the chin. It's football, and the referee's there to make this decision. And unfortunately, it's gone against us again. But maybe next week or week after, we'll get decisions. What good do I go away, and hopefully it'll equal itself out throughout the season.
What was your view and the lads' view of the penalty that was given?
Yeah, we're all disappointed. It's like, obviously it's a zippy surface, it's wet on there, so the ball zipped up onto Zach, and he's like swung his foot, but he's miskicked it and he's just hit his hand. He didn't deliberately put his hand out, he just miskicked it and it bounced up onto his hand. So like I said again, sometimes I go for it, sometimes I don't, and obviously it didn't, and they scored the penalty. So, but the lads kept their heads up and we kept going and got the equaliser, and we should have gone on and got the victory really.
After 2 games where we've gone behind and struggled to come back from it, how important was it, and how pleased with you with the performance are you that you've been able to come back today?
No, definitely. We've got to take the way we finished into Saturday. We really stepped up our game once we went behind, and we need to start doing that because we are going to go behind in games. It's what happens in football, and when it does happen, we've got to keep positive, keep our heads up, and keep going. And I think we did that today, so it was pleasing.
And after back-to-back defeats, important to get a point on the board.
Definitely important. It's not nice to go on a losing streak, so we've ended that, and hopefully now we can go on to Saturday and get all 3 points and get back on to winning ways.
You've mentioned it. Saturday away at Torquay,
Yeah.
quite the lengthy trip.
Yeah.
How prepared are you and the lads for a trip like this? Because it's something that Guiseley aren't used to.
No, yeah, it's going to be. It's a long trip. I've been there a few times myself with a few teams, and it is a long way. But I'm sure we'll prepare right. We'll have a couple of training sessions. We'll get the lads going again, and we'll have an enjoyable journey down there. And we look forward to it really, and continue the second half performance into Saturday. So can't wait.
And hopefully come back with a positive result and some points in the bag.
Yeah, definitely. It'd make the journey a lot better, wouldn't it?
I'm joined by Ben Parker, the Guiseley captain, after Guiseley's 1-1 draw at Chester. Ben, can you start for me by trying some of the performance and the result from the lads?
I think coming back off the defeat on Saturday, I thought we looked more solid today. I thought all over the pitch we were solid, more compact, worked hard for each other. I thought we could have been better in possession, especially first half. Some sloppy passes going astray, we weren't quick enough, the tempo wasn't right. But coming second half, I thought we were a lot better. Got in some good positions, and that penalty, I just can't get my head around it, to be honest. Even their boys were saying it wasn't a penalty.
Well, it was just at half-time there. We've been listening to Ben Parker, Will Hatfield, Mark Bauer. We've just got the Lions out in front of us, ready for the second half, but there's no Torquay side yet. And we've just been reflecting with some of the home fans here on the first half, and I think it's a fair balanced view from the supporters around us that it's been an open game, but we've done well in that first 45, and I think really it's just the confusion over the penalty decisions. I think that's been the main talking point, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because as I said in commentary, we went from the situation where you and I were convinced that we just conceded one. The referee had pointed, or it certainly looked to us like he was pointing to the spot. In actual fact, he gives a goal kick for what we can't work out, because it was just baffling, really. It confused everybody. There was the cheering from the home fans thinking it had been given, and then less than a minute later for guys to go down the other end and win a penalty the way they did. And it's one of those, it probably was on some days and it wasn't on others. On this occasion, it was. Kind of made me feel slightly awkward because everybody around was a little bit angry, to say the least. And you can't blame them, thinking that they just got up on it themselves.
But you would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can't blame them. But the fact then that we saw a few minutes after that, after Torquay had equalised, another situation with a penalty decision, which for us looked like a stronger penalty than the one we actually got, not given.
Yeah.
And it seemed to me, as I say, if we hadn't have already had one, we probably would have had that one.
It's the second half, and you've got on the bench, you've got Nicky Boschel, you've got Tom Craddock. If we don't get the points, you think now, Mark Bauer, at half-time, after seeing how well we dominated the first 20 minutes, as Torquay just come onto the field, will he be looking to bring on, I'm sure he'll introduce Tom Craddock at some point during the afternoon, will he be looking to bring on the players that will potentially be game winners this afternoon? He won't cling on for the point, will he? I don't think on the basis of the first 45 we've seen.
I think, to be honest, I think everybody on the bench, with the exception of Lockwood and Steve Dickinson, you know, the three of Danny and Nicky Boschel and Tom Craddock could all come on. You know, we may need at some stage somebody like Danny Boschel to come on and shore up that midfield, because no doubt Torquay are going to be coming out and they're going to be pressing. They're going to be wanting to win this game. As I say, to me, Tom Craddock will feature at some point. You can't see why. And he's given it everything he can performance-wise. He's just been so unlucky not to get on the score sheet yet. Hopefully for Tom, that day can change.
Well, we're about to get underway for this second half here at the Lorna Window Stadium. And Guiseley will kick off. They're going to be shooting from left to right as we watch, in the white shirts and navy blue shorts and socks, against the Torquay United side playing in all yellow. The referee just makes sure that there are the right number of players on the field, blows the whistle, and away we go for the second half. And immediately Jake Lawler sends the ball in the direction of Liam Dickinson. Guiseley, who had chances in that first half, will be looking to start the second just as brightly as they did the first. But at the moment, McDonald has the ball and plays a lovely one up towards Lavelle Moore, taken off his heels by Atkinson and helped away by Danny Lowe. But now Torquay again get the ball forward and into the feet of Lavelle Moore, who plays a lovely one in field. Will Hatfield blasts the ball against the Torquay man, and it's out for a Guiseley goal kick. But just a little sign of some threat from the home side, with the man who in the first half might even have received 2 yellows had he been less fortunate with the referee.
Yeah, Malachi Lavelle Moore. As they picked up one booking for a late challenge on Ben Parker, and he could have had another perhaps for a challenge on Rob Atkinson. The referee gave the orders to the captain to try and calm him down.
It's not really a calming down situation. It was more like just time the challenges better. There was no malice in either of them, but just late. Rob Atkinson now wins the ball for the Lions on the halfway line, gives it to Ryan Tilson. Raking crossfield ball, looking for Adam Boys. Boys wins the header, can't direct it towards the Guiseley man nearby. And although Liam Dickinson valiantly tries to win the ball, Torquay come away with it. Hurst, who plays it towards the feet of Butler. Guiseley again intercept and win the second phase now with Brooksby. Brooksby out to Tilson. Tilson square to Hatfield. Jake Lawler gives it to Liam Dickinson, who spins on the ball, is tackled by Smith. Nathan Smith with a good challenge, manages to get a deflection off the Guiseley frontman, and it will be a throw-in to Torquay in their left-back position. Won by Wayne Brooksby, headed on towards Dickinson, but this time Smith is more than equal to the task.
Oh, lovely touch.
Lovely touch from Will Hatfield to take the ball down the halfway line as it went high in the air and loose. And he just cushioned the ball down well. And Guiseley back in possession of the ball, up towards Adam Boys, who heads back to Ben Parker, who comes over the halfway line with a surging run, as we've seen Ben Parker do on a number of occasions. Plays the ball in towards Boys. Boys was the wrong side of the defender to receive the pass. And it's intercepted and cleared by the goalkeeper. And now the ball, a little bit of head tennis in the centre circle, which results in Torquay winning the ball with Hurst, who plays it into Lavelle Moore, who plays a lovely little ball past Jake Lawler, blasts it towards the goal, deflects off the body of Atkinson. Big shout of handball from the home crowd. Referee not interested. And then the ball up towards Liam Dickinson, who's bundled over. Complaints from the home fans that he's rather earned that free kick. And guys, you have a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle.
He was practically horizontal when the referee decided to give the free kick.
1-1 here into the second half, 48 minutes gone. And Guiseley take the free kick with Thompson out towards the right-hand side. Liam Dickinson up against Gio Hagan, the goal scorer for Torquay. And Dickinson keeps at his task but can't keep the ball in play. And it's out for a Torquay goal kick.
Oh, I thought he was going to do really well there and win the corner off Gio Hagan. But his touch a little bit too much and goes out of play. I think he's had a good game though. put in a good shift as Liam Dickinson, taking away the fact that he scored the penalty. He's worked hard for the side. He did it on Monday against Chester, and he's done it again today.
Guiseley, meanwhile, trying to press this Torquay back line as they try to play the ball out from the back. Zach Thompson scurrying around up front. Adam Boyes just gets a little foot in on Josh Carmichael. And Guiseley win the ball but can't keep it in play. Torquay throw. Game's not started as you might expect in the second period with the same thrust as it did in the first. But Torquay now coming down this right-hand side. Look to bring it to life with Hurst playing the ball into the area, up towards Fisher. Fisher again, almost free in the 6-yard box. Timed his run well. Hurst with a beautiful ball in from Torquay's perspective, right across the face of the goal. Fisher lunged at it, missed it, and it's out for a goal kick in the end for Guiseley.
That's the second time that Guiseley have been a bit lucky with those, because they have been devilish crosses that have caused problems, and on both occasions Fisher has been inches away from getting something on it to stab it into the back of the net.
Brackley 1, North Ferriby 3 in the north, and Aldershot 3, Halifax 0 in the National. Jake Lawler on the ball for Guiseley, but he's under pressure from Briscoe. Plays a rather heavy ball towards Ben Parker, who has to chase to try and prevent it from going out. He can't. And Torquay win another throw, and this is in Geohagen territory. A throw about level with the... I'm not quite sure where he's going to give this one, because he did knock the ball a long way upfield. So it's about midway through the Guiseley half on the right-hand side, just to show how long Geohagen can get on his throws. It's only about 15 yards in from the halfway line. He launches this one into the penalty area, headed away by Atkinson, picked up now by Heslop. Back to Geohagen, who crosses into the area. It's high in the air, and in the end it's hung in the air too long to threaten the goal, and Stephen Drench can leap and claim.
Says a lot about Geohagen's throw that there was nobody within 15 or 20 yards of him looking to receive the throw.
The Lions battle once again, trying to win the ball on the halfway line. There's good control from Butler. Plays it to Carmichael. Carmichael lofts the ball forward. It's way beyond the Torquay frontman. And into the hands of Stephen Drench, who plays that low ball out, and it's intercepted by Hurst, and it's picked up by Lavelle Moore in towards Fisher. Fisher rides the challenge of Atkinson. Referee, I think, might give the free kick. No, he waves play on. The ball on the right-hand side now, back into the penalty area, headed away by Ben Parker. He would have given the free kick for the foul on Fisher by Atkinson, but still Torquay have the ball. They've got 3 to aim for in the box if they can cross. Headed away by Atkinson, picked up again and played into the area, this time by Butler, and it's in the hands of Stephen Drench. But guys are just beginning to ride their luck a little bit in the second half on a couple of occasions. Torquay might really have penalised the Lions. Ball up from Stephen Drench, chested down by Liam Dickinson, back to goal. Not holding on to the ball though, Smith does well and wins the ball off Dickinson. Guys, he win the ball back here on the halfway line. Atkinson down the right flank, picks out Hatfield, square now to Brooksby. Brooksby helps the ball on to Zach Thompson, out to Boyes. Boyes on the edge of the D, has Zach Thompson on the overlap. Thompson into the area, tackled, and the ball is taken away. It was a good challenge that came in from Heslop, but now it's on the right-hand side. Hurst, the danger man again for Torquay, who's been a real thorn in Lions' side this afternoon. His cross this time is poor. Danny Lowe gets the ball away, up towards Zach Thompson. There's a running race for Liam Dickinson here against Smith. Dickinson almost looked like he was going to win it, but Smith was there ahead of him. And the ball's back with goalkeeper Fabian Spies. And the keeper just has time and space to pick out a pass and lofts it forward. Headed by Atkinson. And away by Toulson, up in the air. Very high in the air, in fact, and both teams are struggling to win it. And Brooksby stands his ground, goes down as soon as Carmichael's near him, and rather gamely wins a free kick for the Lions.
That's a good choice of words, gamely. Yeah, he's... I wonder if he's got a receipt for that. He's bought it that much.
Picked up now by Thompson. Thompson into the feet of Boys. Boys, some distance from goal, plays it up towards Dickinson. Dickinson has to stretch for it up against Geerhagen. And Geerhagen this time muscles him off. Dickinson protests to Boys about the pass, but there's a good ball up the other end now. Lavelle Moore into the penalty area for Torquay. Curls the one towards goal, goes towards the near post with a low drive, but Stephen Drench was equal to it, pushes it past the upright. It's going to be a Torquay corner.
Yeah, good save from Stephen Drench. Malachi Lavelle Moore was looking to catch him out. Whilst everyone was expecting him to go either across goal or to the back post, he went for the near post with a low drive.
The cross now for Butler to deliver in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Atkinson. Ben Parker completes the clearance, but only as far as Carmichael. Carmichael on the ball, closed down well by Hatfield. Butler has to tidy it up. He sends it all the way back to the goalkeeper Spies. The home fans don't like that, but still the goals retain their position inside the Lions' half. It's played long by the goalkeeper, up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, headed away by Atkinson. Picked up now by Heslop. He helps the ball out to the left flank, where Butler will cross from deep up into the penalty area, and Lavelle Moore chases, but it's going to go beyond everyone and behind for a Guiseley goal kick.
Well, 10 minutes into the second half, it's not had the same end-to-end flow perhaps that we saw at times in the first half, but you know, Guiseley aren't doing bad. They've ridden the luck a couple of times, but they've also, you know, pressed well and attacked all right.
Feels a bit like the tide's turned a bit. The line's not really having the stick. The ball's not sticking in the Torquay half. It's coming onto us a little bit more frequently than I would like. And I think the difference has been that Torquay haven't been as incisive as some of the teams we have faced, like Aldershot, dare I say. Themselves are leading 3-0 against Halifax.
Yeah, with our style of play, though, you know, as long as we don't concede, we are a good counter-attacking side.
Toulson, square here to Lawler, just inside the Torquay half, but again, well drilled, well disciplined Torquay side. Force the ball back to Stephen Drench. The second half, the goals are looking a different proposition to the one we faced in the first, and they take it over the halfway line here with Heslop. Simon Heslop down the left-hand side, finds Fisher. Fisher on the left flank, races to try and keep the ball in play. Should probably have done better with that. It was a decent ball from Heslop, but Fisher just seemed to lose the flight of it. Guys who get the goal kick. A couple of scores to update you on. Gainsborough 1, Corby 1 in the north. Lowestoft 1, A.F.C. United 4 in the same division. In the National, Lincoln City 0, Wrexham 1, and Altrincham 1, Cheltenham Town 0. 1-1 here.
Big goal for Altrincham then in their game.
The clearance is taken by Stephen Drench. Liam Dickinson this time again doesn't win the ball. It's headed all the way back to Stephen Drench.
Is it me, or are we pressing a little bit too high perhaps at the moment? There seems to be a large space between the back four and the midfield. That's just letting people like Lavelle Moore and Louis Briscoe get into that space.
Ball's up from Stephen Drench towards Adam Boyce. A very good point that actually, Chris. And it's headed out. Guys, you get a throw just inside halfway through the Torquay half. Up towards Dickinson, headed away. Though again, Geerhagen's been a rock in that second half, in particular, thus far. The Lions haven't really got past him at all in the second period after getting plenty in the first. Danny Lowe's now just gone through Lavelle Moore and will be the second man in the book this afternoon for a foul on the first man in the book this afternoon, which is Malachi Lavelle Moore. That time a late challenge from Danny Lowe. Don't think you can argue with that one too much.
Yeah, that's Lavelle Moore getting a taste of his own medicine, really, isn't it, in terms of a late challenge. He put one in on Ben Parker and got a booking. He's been on the receiving end of one there from Danny Lowe. He's going to have to be careful, though, Danny Lowe. Playing at centre half. Still a long way to go.
Free kick now for Torquay, about 10 yards into the Guiseley half. There's a spread of about 6 Torquay players on the edge of the 18-yard box. It goes up towards Geerhagen. It's headed up in the air. Geerhagen wins a second header in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Helped away by Ryan Toulson. Headed back in there by Hurst, looking for Lavelle Moore. Intercepted again by Toulson. Toulson saying, get out of the box, press up a bit. But still, Guiseley are entrenched in their final third. It's played forward this time by Butler. Finds Geerhagen, drops down towards Hurst. Good tackle comes in. There's a free kick given for Hurst's. lunge towards the ball. He just managed to clip, I think, Zach Thompson. Zach Thompson looks to be in a bit of pain. He's up on his feet. There's boos and rather undue cries of cheat from the home fans, but I don't think there's much contentious about that particular decision. It was just the fact that Hurst was lunging to try and win the shot on goal and managed just to clip Zach Thompson on the edge of the 18-yard box.
Yeah, Adam Boyes was also down. He'd taken a knock when he was trying to get rid of the ball. So there was 2 guys who went down. The referee's given the free kick for the foul on Thompson. Hopefully this can just relieve a bit of the pressure that Guiseley have been under the last 10 minutes or so.
Ball's forward towards Liam Dickinson, who's on the left-hand side, trying to muscle off McDonald. Dickinson's almost by the corner flag. He plays the ball back to Parker. Well, Parker will cross into the box. Geohagan deals with that one comfortably. Flicked on there by Louis Briscoe. And now Lavelle Moore picks the ball up for Torquay. And the Gulls do well to retain possession and regain possession. And once again, Hurst, crossfield ball, great crossfield ball. Picks out Butler on the left-hand side. Butler drills this one in towards the goal. It goes right across the face of the goal. Nobody gets on the end of it. It was a good delivery from Butler. Fisher and Lavelle Moore were just yards away, unable to get close enough to the ball. And it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Excellent delivery from Dan Butler, the former Portsmouth player. That was very, very dangerous. I had a sharp intake of breath. I was a little bit worried about that one.
Well, in the second half, everything's going the way of the home side. It's still 1-1, but guys are being pressed back into their area and are having to really dig deep here. Every time the ball's into the Guiseley half, and I'm sure Mark Bow will have to bring on and ring in some changes here, that it's being returned into the Lions half, as it is now, with Briscoe into the area. Finds Malaki Lavelle Moore. He's unable to continue with his run, and eventually Guiseley work it away. Brooksby's brought down by Butler. Guiseley get the free kick. But this change must come. We've got 3 Guiseley substitutes warming up, haven't we, Chris?
It's the Boschel brothers and Tom Craddock. Nicky and Danny and Tom Craddock warming up. Wouldn't surprise me if they were the 3 that over the course of the game would come on.
Scores Macclesfield 2, Woking 0. Aldershot 3, Halifax 1. Chester have equalised against Forest Green. That would be a turn-up. Hensford 2, Boston 1 in the north. Bradford Park Avenue 1, Telford 0, also in the north. And the league game we're following, Oldham 0, Bradford City 2. Guiseley take a long one, flicked on by Dickinson, out for a goal kick. So once again, fails to stick in that final third. And how expensive are those misses in that first 20 minutes now feeling?
Oh, very, very expensive.
Guiseley had hit the woodwork. Forced the goalkeeper in a superb save and had a one-on-one in the opening 20 minutes or so before they eventually did take the lead. Had a good shout for a second penalty as well. But since the second period has started, it's been Torquay. They've asked the questions. They've had 2 or 3 decent deliveries into the box. They haven't forced Stephen Drench into a save as yet, but it's certainly been all about the home side in the second period. Geohagan up towards Lavelle Moore.
You certainly get the impression that Paul Cox had a few choice words to say at the break.
Butler plays it in towards the edge of the D, headed away by Jake Lawler. Wayne Brooksby collects the second phase, can't keep the ball ticking over. Carmichael steps across and wins it back for the Gulls. Out here to Butler on the left-hand flank again. Makes some headway down that left-hand side, crosses into the box, headed away by Atkinson, flicked away by Hatfield. Carmichael gives the ball back to Hatfield, but wins the ball back immediately. Carmichael takes a drilled effort from the edge of the D. This time it's blocked. And guys, he just needs to clear their lines. Wayne Brooksby over the halfway line. Brooksby up against Geohagan. Has to check his run. Sends the ball out to the right-hand side. Toulson up towards Liam Dickinson, who played an important part in the build-up to this run. Tries to get past Smith, but Smith makes sure he gets his body between him and the Guiseley frontman before Geohagan tidies up and lofts one into the stand here for Guiseley's throw.
Presuming at some stage that Craddock would come on, I think Liam Dickinson would be slightly hard done to be the man that's brought off. He's put a great shift in, but he's doing a great job as well up there.
64 minutes gone, 1-1. Toulson with a throw into the penalty area, headed away by Smith. Guys, you don't win the second phase, so this attack will turn immediately into defence once again. It's played up by Briscoe, looking for Fisher. Picked away by Danny Lowe. Takes a deflection off Fisher. Picked up now by Jake Lawler. He's tackled, but does well to ensure that Guiseley win the throw. And they do inside their own half. But again, it was a rather tame sense when Guiseley went into that Torquay final third. You never really felt that there was going to be the same threat on goal that we had in that first period.
Yeah, they've been a little bit more careful, I think, in attacking, in not overcommitting.
Oh, now his loose ball has found Lavelle Moore. He's picked at the one yellow shirt inside the Guiseley half. But he couldn't do enough to bring other players into the game, and Guiseley get the ball away up to the halfway line when Brooksby goes looking for it, but Gia Hagan wins that one inside the Torquay back line out to Heslop. McDonald now looks ahead of him, lofts the ball up towards Lavelle Moore over the head of the Torquay striker and comfortably into the hands of Stephen Drench.
What have we got on the clock?
Yeah, I know. It feels like that, doesn't it? 25 minutes to go. We talked about that 7-hour journey that we've got on the way back.
They've taken the clock off the scoreboard, by the way. That doesn't help my cause.
Guiseley now with the ball in the final third. Don't hold on to it. Heslop tidies things up, clears. Jake Lawler wins it back, gives it to Zach Thompson. Thompson up against Gio Hagan, doesn't win on that occasion. Into McDonald, and now Hurst has a chance to run over the halfway line for the goals. Surging forward, Hurst out to the right-hand side to find Fisher. Fisher will try to cross. Great tackle comes in. Good defensive work there from Adam Boyes to prevent the cross, but Fisher wins the second ball. Boyes sticks to his task, knocks the ball out of play, and it's another throw for Torquay midway through the Guiseley half, and we're going to see that change we have been talking about. And it's Tom Craddock who is kitted up, as well as Danny Boschel, so it could be a double change. Who do you reckon?
Oh, there's a question at this stage. It's hard to pick, to be fair, who would be going off, because everyone's done all right and put a shift in.
Well, there's going to be a throw first of all. They're not going to do it till this throw, because Gio Hagan is going to launch this one a long way from the midway half of the Guiseley half, and his launched throw is headed away this time by Liam Dickinson. Another one. Gio Hagan to work on. The Torquay captain steps back to the advertising boardings and will loft this one in again with pace from the throw, headed away by Adam Boyes. Back to the Torquay man. Gio Hagan turns, crosses without much direction. His throws are better. He manages to land that one into the Guiseley officials away to our left-hand side. Is that Phil Rogerson? It just blasted into the face of? Not quite sure about that, but either way, it's a goal kick. And those two changes will happen now.
It is Liam Dickinson for Tom Craddock. I'm a little bit disappointed about that, to be honest. And then Danny Boschel is going to replace... Was that Thompson?
Zach Thompson, yeah. I think Zach Thompson's looked tired the second half. Liam Dickinson, likewise, has run his socks off today. And it was great to hear the chants from the fans over to the right-hand side, you know, just to show their appreciation for both the endeavours and the efforts of both those players today, because Zach Thompson has been absolutely excellent, or was excellent in that first half. I think he's tired somewhat in the second. He's got to change it around, hasn't he? Is it same formation, do you think, as will play as we've been going?
Yeah, it certainly seems to be the 4-2-3-1 will remain. It's just Tom Craddock, he's going to have his work cut out physically against Exeter Hagan.
Craddock's already in the thick of things, trying to win the ball off Butler. Will Hatfield pressures him, but the Torquay defence sticks to its task and does well here with Louis Briscoe helping the ball over the halfway line. Accomplished defending from the goals. Picked up now here by Ryan Toulson. Sends the ball down the right-hand side. This time Craddock wins the header, gets it into Wayne Brooksby, who just takes the ball past, dinks the ball past Gio Hagan, but just doesn't continue his run, doesn't continue the effort to win the ball.
I don't think you'd get around him, to be honest. He's a wall, let's face it.
It looked like the school bully picking up the boy in the playground, didn't he? He was like, you're not coming past, so don't even try.
I'll be honest, that's my slight concern with Tom Craddock, because now, he's not a particularly big unit, is Tom Craddock. But he has got a bit of pace. That might be Gia Hagen's downfall, we hope.
Well, at the moment, Torquay are back into the Guiseley half with Butler crossing into the box. Header on from Carmichael. And the ball back with the goalkeeper. Another couple of goals in the National. Borehamwood 0, Grimsby 2. And Lincoln City 1, Wrexham 1. An equaliser for the Imps, who of course come to Nethermore on the 2nd of October. Game live on BT Sport. Flick on from Wayne Brooksby from the clearance. Was it towards Tom Craddock? It was a decent opportunity, actually. It was a good win, a good header to win for Wayne Brooksby. Just went a few inches away from Craddock's reach. Back to the goalkeeper, and immediately the ball is returned into the Guiseley half. This time flicked on and out for a goal kick at the other end. Oh, come on, Tom Craddock. Today would be a great day for a first goal. Don't forget you can tweet us, as many have been doing today, at Guiseley Radio. Thank you very much for your messages. We'll be enjoying those on the 7-hour trip home.
Yeah, don't just interact with us now. Interact with us after as well. Keep us amused and occupied for the journey home.
Flick on now from Craddock. Finds Brooksby. Brooksby's chasing. He's got two around him. He won't win the battle on this occasion. Torquay defend well. Get the ball out to Hurst now. Over the halfway line on the right-hand side. Got Danny Boschel and Ben Parker holding him up in that corner. The cross comes in. Not with the fizz that it has before, but Ryan Tulson doesn't want to take any chances. He nods that one behind for a corner. Yeah. Gia Hagen will trundle forward once again, and Guiseley will once again have to deal with the aerial ball into the box that led to the equalising goal. 1-1. 19 minutes to go. Torquay with a corner on the left-hand side. Crossed in up towards the back post. Gia Hagen unable to capitalise and reach the header. Can't keep it in play. Guiseley win a throw.
Yeah, that's good to see that we've got the throw in that position. Still deep inside our area, but Ben Parker looks like he's going to try and get a bit of length on this one, perhaps. He's no Gia Hagen, though.
No, he can't emulate the Torquay captain's efforts. It's an immense throw, isn't it? Torquay win the ball here with Briscoe. He plays the ball in towards Fisher, but it bounces away from the striker. There's a touch on the arm from Hatfield, but an advantage is given. And Torquay keep the ball moving with Briscoe. It wasn't a deliberate handball, I think, from Hatfield, but inevitably it was going to be given. I think the referee's done well there to let play continue, as he's done a couple of occasions this second half. Into the feet now of Boys. Boys across field. Gives the ball to Tulson, but Tulson's going to be in a bit of a battle to win that one with Lavelle Moore. Tulson does. Plays the touch back to Rob Atkinson, who sends it over the top, but again, it's a rather uninventive way of building an attack from Guiseley. Hatfield, his square ball, away from Craddock, who'd gone beyond the back line and was looking for one over the top, and it went on the ground. And now Torquay come up the other end here with Lavelle Moore. Good skill from the Torquay attacker into the penalty area. Good tackle comes in from Tulson. An effort comes in from Butler that is rather aimless and behind for a goal kick. Still 1-1.
Yeah, it wasn't a great effort there from Dan Butler, the left back for Torquay United. He's got a cracking delivery though when it comes to trying to whip in across. Both the fullbacks in Butler and James Hurst have caused Guiseley problems with their crossing ability.
Might be that Wayne Brooksby would be one to change, I think, in this last.
Flagging slightly, perhaps?
I think so, just a little bit. He's worked ever so hard. No criticism of his overall play, but his explosive pace seems to be flagging. Torquay win the ball back again. Butler into the Guiseley half. Floats the ball towards the back post, towards Fisher. Ben Parker has to use his nous to ensure that the ball goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, he's done well there as the Guiseley captain.
Chorley 1, Alfreton 1. Could have been us. Chorley pegged back after taking the lead earlier on in that game. Bromley 1, Gateshead 0 as well. Borehamwood 0, Grimsby 3. I think I'd mentioned earlier on Grimsby Town in a commanding lead. Guiseley 1-1 here at Torquay. Hurst lofts the ball high and into the area. Comfortable for Stephen Drench to watch and pluck that one out of the air. Rolls into the feet of Toulson. Toulson sends one long, almost hits Wayne Brooksby, but it's well watched by Smith, who's had an excellent second period, an excellent game actually, I think, from Torquay's perspective. And he plays it upfield here. Atkinson is in all sorts of troubles. Free kick has been given against Lavelle Moore. And the home fans aren't too happy about that. They felt that Atkinson went to the ground rather weakly, and it should have been a corner. And in the end, it's been a free kick earned by Rob Atkinson.
That's very delicately put, Colin. They're absolutely livid, let's be honest. When you see somebody the size of Rob Atkinson go down like that, then you've got to wonder.
"15 minutes to go. Guiseley holding out here at the moment, one each at Torquay. Torquay beginning to press once again. Hurst up against Boys. Hurst keeps going, shoots with the left foot straight at the goalkeeper. Another surging run from James Hurst. He got past Adam Boys and drilled the ball in towards the Guiseley goal. It was too central on this occasion and held by Stephen Drench.
Can we get something more? We'll be happy with the point. We said that from the start. But what we don't want to do really is shut up shop and just keep inviting the pressure on. But at the moment we are struggling to get that, what's the word? Outpost.
Struggling to get the ball held up in the Torquay half for any length of time. Danny Boschel might change that. He's just got the ball and played it to the left-hand side. Ben Parker into the feet of Brooksby. Brooksby up against Hurst. Brooksby goes towards the byline. Doesn't get past Hurst. Hurst does put the ball out for the... Is that the first Guiseley corner of the second half?
I believe it is.
With 14 minutes to go.
He did quite well that way in Brooksby, because I thought he was going to be beating all ends up for pace, and Hurst could have done better.
Brooksby with the cross into the penalty area. It's going to be Guiseley's second corner. He headed towards, he directed it into the near post towards Tom Craddock. Headed behind again. This time Brooksby, who's taken over corner taking duties from Zach Thompson, who's gone off. Sends it low into Hatfield. Oh, Hatfield just stabs at the ball tamely. And it's now a chance for Torquay to counter-attack. It was a well-worked opportunity, but Guiseley have now turned attack into defence here. Carmichael forward. Good tackle comes in from Ryan Toulson. Full-blooded between the two players. And they clip hands. They're both an appreciation of the endeavour there. But Torquay win the second ball. Butler over the top, looking towards Lavelle Moore. Headed away by Ben Parker. Up towards Jake Lawler. He can't win that one. In the end, Danny Lowe just gets there ahead of Lavelle Moore. Plays the ball into Toulson. And it's away up into the Torquay half. Craddock won't get on the end of the ball that's played. And Torquay lose possession rather cheaply. Carmichael putting the ball out. And it's a throw.
Yeah, substitution as well going to be made for Torquay United for the home side. Joe Quigley. He's the man that's going to come on.
Yeah, Joe Quigley is the first substitute for the home side, isn't he? As the fourth official down here is just struggling to work out who is going to come off. Joe Quigley will replace Malaki Lavelle Moore, who's perhaps run as much as he can this afternoon. He's been a real threat throughout the second period. Paul Cox goes to congratulate him.
He's put in a good shift, hasn't he? He picked up that booking as well. So he's had that hanging over him.
Guiseley now win the ball inside the Torquay half. Flicked up towards Boys, who can't beat Smith. Up to the halfway line, substitute Quickly is on the ball. Lays it back. Looks to play it down the left channel and maybe bring Fisher into play. Guiseley actually will have a throw at right back position, and You can see what Torquay want to do. They want to pen us in there. Still 1-1. 12 minutes to go. A couple of other goals to bring you out here. Just wait with this, though, because Torquay have won the ball back and headed it into the area. Headed away by Lowe, but only as far as Heslop. Heslop's free in space. Plays the ball across the 6-yard box. Intercepted by Danny Boschel, who used his experience to win that one. Plays it up towards Craddock. Craddock nodded it down towards Boys, and the ball over the top is way too long and goes all the way back to the Torquay goalkeeper.
It was an excellent knockdown from Tom Craddock to Boys, but as you say, Boys just overhits that a bit too much. But that's the kind of thing, actually, that I think we need from Tom Craddock is the balls to run onto.
Alfreton now beating Chorley 2-1 after Chorley were leading 1-0 in that game. Boreham would have got a goal back against Grimsby. Boreham would have won 3-1, Grimsby 3. Guisey on the attack now. Flick on here by Boys into Wayne Brooksby. Brooksby shoots! Oh, it hits the upright and away. Brooksby tries to get the second ball, intercepted by Gio Hagan. And from nothing, Guisey have almost snatched a second goal in this second half. As it is, they've got a corner.
Oh, that's agonisingly close. That's really unfortunate for Wayne Brooksby. He had to take it early, did so. And it just looked like it was going to nestle in the corner, but it didn't.
Corner from the right-hand side. Wayne Brooksby floats this one in up towards the penalty spot over Jake Lawler. And away. Headed on by Ryan Tilson. Back into the penalty area. Again, second one's won. Danny Boschel with a drive. A great volley from distance, but it's just over the top and behind for a goal kick. But Danny Boschel hit that one brilliantly from distance. Just couldn't keep it down. And it's over and behind for a goal kick.
Well, I didn't know Danny Boschel had that in his locker. Terrific volley from the experienced midfielder. Again, just over the top two. Really good chance in the last few minutes.
Picked up here by Guiseley. Guiseley clear. Flicked on by Tom Craddock. Picked up here by Danny Boschel. Boschel helps it down the left-hand side, looking to release Adam Boys. Away by McDonald. Picked up on the halfway line by Ben Parker. Parker into the feet of Hurst in the end. Let's give you those goals that we were reading for. Might give us a bit of a good luck, actually, because it led to the Wayne Brooksby incident. Chester 1, Forest Green 2. Altrincham 1, Cheltenham 1. Equaliser for Cheltenham Town. And in the north, Brackley 2, Ferriby 4. North Ferriby have been banging in the goals, haven't they, in their games recently? Was it 4-4 against Bradford Park Avenue last Saturday?
It was, yeah. So that's, 8 goals in 2 games. I wish we had that kind of goal-scoring ability at the moment.
Hensford 2, Boston 2. Bromley 2-0 now against Gateshead. Torquay just send a long ball in towards the penalty area, helped by Drench. And Aldershot 3, Halifax 2. So FC Halifax Town getting 2 goals back after trailing 3-0 at Aldershot. Could there be a sting in the tail there? Could there be a sting in the tail here for the goals? Could Guisey get something here? Danny Boschel just picks the ball up and rather than go forward, holds on to it, gives it to Ben Parker. Into the feet of Tom Craddock, who's some distance from goal. Craddock square, plays in Ryan Tilson. Tilson can cross, gets this one into the box, blasts it against the shoulder of Wayne Brooksby, who was looking to get the ball to his feet.
Yeah.
And he's defended that one well and given Torquay a throw in their back position.
It's fair to say Brooksby wanted the ball, just not in his face. Not quite like that.
So guys have hit the woodwork twice in this game. But they had the better of it in the opening 20 minutes. In the second half, it's been really Torquay who've had the balance of play. But that one up towards Quigley goes out, and it's a goal kick, which Steve Drench will take. 7 minutes to go. Torquay 1, Guiseley 1. And a few moments ago, Wayne Brooksby hit the upright after being built clean through on goal. It was a decent finish, beat the goalkeeper, just couldn't beat the woodwork, and that's the second time the Lions have hit the woodwork. Zach Thompson in the first half from the free kick. But in the second period, Torquay have been much stronger and had the better chances. Lions now having a little spell with the ball, and it's played forward by Ben Parker. Looking for Wayne Brooksby down the left-hand side. It's going to be a goal kick, though, way ahead of Brooksby.
He looks absolutely shattered, doesn't he, Wayne Brooksby? As usual, he's put in a heck of a shift. He's ran his socks off. He's chased every lost cause.
Goal kick's taken, headed on by Danny Boschel, up towards Adam Boyce. He flicks it on, looking to release Wayne Brooksby, but McDonald sticks to his task and defends stoutly. Gives the ball to Butler over the halfway line. Butler up against Danny Boschel. Butler sends the ball infield, looks for the return pass, overhit by Fisher. Alex Fisher curses himself. And it's a throw for Guiseley in right back position. Macclesfield 2, Woking 1. There's a score. Guiseley now defending again. Picked up here by Butler. Butler crosses into the box over the head of Quigley, and comfortable for Stephen Drench, much to the home fans' displeasure.
Yeah, the frustration is very easy to hear around playing Mo.
Drench up here towards Brooksby. Brooksby being in a bit of a tussle. Goes to ground, thinks he's going to get the free kick. Handles the ball.
He's done that 3 times this season as Wayne Brooksby. He's gone down expecting to get the free kick. The referee's not given it, and in doing so, by handling it, he's conceded it.
Yeah, it's poor, actually. I didn't think it was much of a claim either for the free kick in the first instance.
No, absolutely not.
Gloucester 1, Fylde 3. Guiseley win the head from the free kick with Danny Lowe, who's looked very good at centre-half this afternoon. He and Rob Atkinson, Adam Lockwood on the bench today. Throw for Torquay, just inside the Guiseley half, headed out by Boys. He manages to head it over the stand on the far side. New ball needed. Last 5 minutes. Guiseley do not want to be conceding too many throws cheaply. Gia Hagen will launch this one into the penalty area. He's halfway through the Guiseley half. It's another firm throw up in the air, flicked on into the 6-yard box, held by Stephen Drench. He was
Solid
under pressure in
goalkeeping.
there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Solid goalkeeping. Did well to claim that. There was 3 or 4 players around him.
Drench clears up towards Brooksby. Can't win that one, but Smith's header comes back for Guiseley. Brooksby now takes over, runs across the back line, plays a poor ball in towards Craddock, away from him. And now Torquay can counter-attack here. Quickly the substitute up against Danny Lowe. Danny Lowe can't take the ball off him. Quickly keeps running towards the edge of the D. Quickly keeps going into the area, shoots. Oh, and it's just been poked around the goal by Atkinson. The home fans were ready to cheer the goal after it took the deflection off the Guiseley defender, but it just crept past the right upright. And Guiseley get away with one just at the very end of this game. 3 minutes to go. Now Torquay with a corner.
That is a massive let-off for Guiseley. Nobody got the challenge on Joe Quigley, and it almost cost them.
Corner comes in from this left-hand side, headed away by Ryan Tilson. Towards the edge of the D, helped away by Jake Lawler, now to Adam Boyes. Guiseley can't commit the bodies forward for the counter-attack quickly enough, and so Boyes sends it up towards Wayne Brooksby, but it's comfortable for Smith to win. But Boyes keeps running, keeps closing down the back line, including the goalkeeper, which we haven't seen much of, and in fairness, Spice does very well, gets the ball up to the edge of the Guiseley 18-yard box, and then Danny Lowe fluffs his line and his clearance, holds his hands up in apology. Torquay have a throw. Butler takes it quickly. Butler exchanges passes with Fisher and plays the ball back here to Smith, but Guiseley win the ball back before conceding it rather tamely with Carmichael. Tired legs out there, I think, from both sides. The ball played back by Smith. It's a long test Nathan Smith's given Fabian Spice, but actually he didn't have the pace to go out of play, and Spice actually delivers a good ball down that right-hand side towards Hurst. Hurst is dispossessed by Danny Lowe, and Ben Parker plays it up here to Craddock. Craddock's ball control lets him down, and as it was going towards Adam Boyes, it trickles past him. Torquay come away with the ball on the left-hand side, play down that left flank. Butler, and towards the edge of the 18-yard box now. Quigley lays it back here to Heslop. Heslop's drive is poor. He sort of hit it with the outside of the boot, and it curled away from goal. And it's a goal kick. And we're going to have another substitute for the Lions. Nicky Boschel will come on. And I'll wager Wayne Brooksby will be the man to come off. And it is indeed.
It's not surprising, is it? He's run his socks off. Just something to add the attendance there, 1,558. So I think that's, from Torquay's perspective, a little bit disappointing, actually. I think did see that they were expecting between 1,800 and 2,000, but obviously back-to-back defeats is possibly taking its toll on that.
Plus, we're just little old guys, aren't we? Up in the big leagues.
Yeah, we don't bring many, but we do make a lot of noise when we travel.
I don't think you can be too critical. I don't think there'll be too many away followings as too large here, certainly from the north. Guiseley now concede a free kick to Torquay. 10 yards inside their own half, but they're going to go long with this. They're setting their stall out to launch this to the edge of the D. Geohagan forward. Guiseley need to hold firm. 10 seconds of normal time remaining just to be confirmed what's to be added on. This time the ball delivered in, held by the goalkeeper, and there will be 3 additional minutes. There's been a third goal for Bromley, who've beating Gateshead 3-0. Now the ball over the top here towards Quigley from Butler. Actually ran away from Quigley, went straight through to Stephen Drench. Guiseley fans singing away to our right, that you can hear. The ball picked up now by Hatfield. From the goal kick, surges towards the edge of the D, but he's going to be forced away from goal. Geohagan's onto him. And he sends the ball back to Danny Boschel. Guiseley now just slowing the tempo down. 2 minutes to go of the added 3. Ben Parker threads it towards Nicky Boschel. He helps it on. Adam Boys goes looking for it. Superb tackle comes in from Nathan Smith on Boys. Absolute crunching tackle. And it's away for Stephen Drench to loft back in towards Tom Craddock, who looks to control it with his arms, but referee says chest. Will Hatfield lays it back here to Toulson. Toulson down the right-hand side where Craddock's picked the ball up. Craddock, he has Toulson on the overlap. Goes square, though, to Danny Boschel. Little flick from Danny Boschel towards Nicky Boschel. Adam Boys is still down. Nicky Boschel on the edge of the D is clipped. Surely it's a free kick, not given. And they come away with it to Torquay, and Adam Boys is still down from that tackle Nathan Smith put in on him. It was a fair tackle and a good tackle. But Guiseley now have to defend hard here with Rob Atkinson crunching into Heslop. Heslop wins it, gives it to Briscoe on the overlap. Hurst into the penalty area, drills it towards the goal, blocked by Ben Parker and out. Boys is on his haunches now. Guiseley are on their last legs here. With a minute to go, they've just got to hold out.
It's a little bit tense. Mark Bowers desperately telling Adam Boyce to stay down. You could see that Adam Boyce had tried to get himself back up. He's been down for a couple of minutes now since the Adam Smith tackle, and he got himself back up. And Mark Bauer was absolutely furious with him for trying to get back up.
Well, it's more than that. It's not really about whether Adam Boys gets up. He's clearly got a knock. He's clearly got injured. What is the referee doing, expecting play to continue when it's gone out for a throw-in? That's absolutely ridiculous. Referee should have stopped it. There should be no need for Adam Boys to try and get back up onto his feet there. He's clearly injured. It should be stopped. It's poor decision-taking there, and I gets my goat, as you can tell.
Yes, I'll say nothing on the way home, Colin.
Altrincham 2, Cheltenham 1, it's finished. Good result that for the Robins. Brackley 2, Ferriby 4, Kidderminster 0, Braintree 1. Adam Boy's just getting some treatment. He's not swinging the lead this case. The minute is clearly going to be added, but Adam Boys, we've used all 3 of our substitutes, I think would be coming off right now if it wasn't for the fact we just brought Nicky Boschel on. Boys is hobbling. He'll have to go off field. I think guys will be playing the last moments of this game with 10. I just hope that he's not too badly injured.
In the meantime, we've got an Exodus Geohagan throw into defence, so...
But it's a ridiculous situation that they didn't stop play to let him get some treatment earlier. So, Exodus Geohagan now with this throw on the right-hand side. He's going to launch it in. It's got that feeling about it, hasn't it, I have to say. Everyone in the area, launch this one in, over everyone, takes a deflection, it's gone behind for a corner. It seemed to be that Ben Parker and Nicky Boschel went for the same ball, misjudged the flight of it and have knocked it behind for a corner. Again, Guiseley now having to defend another aerial ball. It came from a corner, the equaliser. Hagen inside that 6-yard box, in the same position again, stands in front of Stephen Drench. Guys, you've got a big task here. This one will be whipped in, this time up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Jake Lawler flicks away. Good header from Lawler. It's out for a throw-in. Guess who will run across to take? Hagen. The pressure telling on the Lions now. Right at the very end. Boy's back on his feet towards the edge of the D. Hagen lofts this one in. Guys, you don't get away with it very well. Takes a deflection off a Lions head. It's behind for another corner.
I can't take this.
4.5 minutes of added time now of the 3. Torquay urge their team on to get the winner. And the ball will be curled in. This time in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Rob Atkinson. Only as far as Carmichael, who turns well. Square here to Heslop. Heslop shapes up to shoot. Plays it square. Helped away by Boys, despite the fact it's hobbling. And in the end, the referee blows the whistle just as Craddock picked up the ball inside his own half. And there's a bit of a tussle on the field. And Guiseley just need to keep their heads. Hagen cools things down. Toulson is furious about something, not quite sure what's gone on, but everyone needs to just get away. We don't need to have any reaction here. But Ben Parker
that's livid as well.
Guys, you just need to keep their heads, and Ben Parker is being dragged away. Goodness knows what's happened there at the very end, but quite a moment just at the end of this game. It's been a pulsating match of the football. Guiseley had the better of the first. It has to be said that Ben Parker looks like he's got a split lip of some sort there. And Guiseley have had the better of the first half. They've come close to getting a couple of goals in that first 20 minutes, but in the end, after taking the lead from a Liam Dickinson penalty, they were beaten back just moments later by Exeter's Hagen equaliser, and the goals all came in the first half. It finished here. Torquay 1, Guiseley 1. Now just talk us through, Chris, what has happened down there on the pitch.
I'm trying to make head and tail of it myself. Ben Parker has been booked. He was led away by Martin Stringfellow, trying to keep him out of it all, really. And then the referee has come over to him since and has shown him a yellow card. I believe, I'm not 100% certain, there may have been a yellow card for a Torquay player as well.
I think I saw that there when I was summarising up. I think it might have been Butler, I think.
But there's certainly a lot of exchanges. I mean, Ben Parker is still on the halfway line with the officials. Martin Stringfellow's over there as well. It's a bit of a sour end to what, on the whole, has been an entertaining 90 minutes of football.
Well, it certainly has been a strange end, and no doubt we'll have to find out exactly what's gone on there. But a little bit of tussles and argy-bargy at the end of the game doesn't take anything away from what's been another hard-fought performance from the Lions. Another draw on the road, and we said we would be happy with the draw to ourselves on the way down this afternoon. I think we can be certainly proud of the effort and the endeavour the lads have put in that second period as Torquay grew back into the game. Don't forget, Torquay United, established former Football League side. We have done well again to acquit ourselves against the odds here, as we had done against Chester on Monday. So overall, something certainly very positive to take from this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm rather thankful of that, given the drive we've got ahead of us. But absolutely, we've come down to a former league side, an established league side as well. They were until recently, and we've taken a point. And yes, they've been on a bit of dodgy form, shall we say, and they're in a period of transition. But this is a point against Torquay United. If you'd have said that to us Guiseley fans 3-4 years ago, that we'd be coming to places like Plainmoor and taking a point, frankly, nobody would have believed you. So we can be very pleased with the performance and with the result. Liam Dickinson is off the mark. Si Wintle can get a haircut, and all in all, it's been a good afternoon's work for the Lions. It's just a shame, as you say. We'll find out more about this little bit of a sour note perhaps at the end. We won't dwell on that too much though, and we'll look ahead to hosting Woking at our place next Saturday.
Let's just quickly run down those scores before we hang up for the afternoon. Oldham 1, Bradford City 2 in League 1. Vanarama National League, Welling 1, Tranmere 1 earlier on today. Aldershot 3, Halifax 2. Halifax got 2 late goals to come back into that game after trailing 3-0. Altrincham 2, Cheltenham 1. Barrow 1, Eastleigh 0. Borehamwood 1, Grimsby 3. Bromley 3, Gateshead 0. Chester 1, Forest Green 2. Kidderminster 0, Braintree 1, Lincoln City 1, Wrexham 1, Macclesfield 2, Woking 1, Southport 0, Dover 0, Torquay 1, Guiseley 1. Brackley in the Vanarama National League North, Brackley 2, North Ferriby 4, Brackley down to 10 men in that game. Bradford Park Avenue, first win of the season, 1-0 at home to Telford. Chorley 1, Alfreton 2, Chorley were leading 1-0 in that game. Curzon Ashton 1, Nuneaton 0, Gainsborough 1, Corby 1, Gloucester City 1, Fylde 3, Hensford 3, Boston 2, Lowestoft 1, FC United 4, Solihull Moors in the top of table clash, beating Harrogate Town by 1-0. Stockport County 0, Worcester City 0, Tamworth 1, Stalybridge 1. So where do Guiseley finish up this evening? Well, let's just find out where we are in the Vanarama National League. Top of the table still remains Forest Green, 24 from 8, Eastleigh 17 from 8. Guiseley now are in 17th place, 9 points from 8 games, 5 goals scored, 10 against. We are points ahead of Bromley and Torquay, who are on 8, Borehamwood on 7, Welling and Southport in the relegation spots on 5, Halifax on 4, Kidderminster bottom of the pile on 3. Thanks very much to everyone who listened to. Thanks, Craig Shearston, for your tweets. What would you do without a safe trip back? Well, we certainly hope so. We'll see you again on Saturday for the home trip against Woking. Hope you enjoyed it this afternoon. We go again, and it's been a good point. See you next time.